Y'all in there fussing. Y'all in there fussing. Why y'all? Yeah, come on now. Come on now. Stop it. How y'all doing today, family? This stuff don't stop, baby. I'm back again. This stuff don't stop. This stuff don't stop. We gotta stop this, man. We gotta stop this, man. This is what the good old doctor of confusion wanted. He wants you to fight against this one and that one, fight against this one, while he sit back and control the situation. You know what I mean? Come on now. That's what he wants. That's the purpose of COINTEL, to cause confusion. Yeah, we gotta stop. Lakeisha. What you mean? What's going on, Lakeisha? It's going down on Morse World TV. Man, where my man Cryptonomics at, man? Anybody seen Cryptonomics? Let me see if Crypt up in here. See if my man Cryptonomics up in here. Where Cryptonomics at, man? Cryptonomics, he been repping for the team. I see him up in there. What's up, Bruce Wayne? You know, Bruce Wayne is Batman. So if he Bruce Wayne, he might be a big fella. Are you a big fella, Bruce Wayne? Because you know Bruce and Bruce Wayne, you might be a big superhero. Man, oh man. Yeah, this gonna be one for the record books tonight, family. Yeah, this gonna be one for the record books tonight, man. Let me see. I got a few people on standby. Let me see what's happening here. I came here early. I bet you ain't nobody gonna say, oh, he came in early tonight. Oh, he was 5 minutes early tonight. Let me be 5 minutes late. I mean, let me be 5 minutes late. I bet you say that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I bet you say that. Let me see what we got. Okay, let me move that out of the way. All right, let me see. Let me see. Hold up. Let me do all this tonight, you know what I mean? How y'all doing? Heed the warning. Deuce Bigelow, Revolutionary Gigolo. Heed the warning, TV. Hey, heed the warning, TV. Man, this content here is something else, man. I mean, hey, heed the warning, TV. Man. Hey, listen. Most people think, right, that I look for this stuff. May Allah be my witness. Without wisdom facts, I do not look for this. I do not. I got Ali locked up. Somebody said he got Ali locked up. No, Ali stole a car. I don't know Ali. I don't know where he lived. I don't even know where Ali is. Ali stole a car. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, Ali stole a car. So I don't have a clue where he at, why he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? My business is we talking about the people. You know what I mean? But I'm waiting for my guest real quick. I'm waiting for my guest real quick. I want people to come in real quick. And then I want to share something with y'all that I really wasn't going to do. You know what I mean? But I'm going to have to do it. You follow me? Let me stop real quick. I'm going to have to do it because, you know what I mean? All this nonsense, we got to go ahead and put an end to it. You know what I mean? We're going to put an end to it tonight. I don't know if we're going to put an end to it, but you know what I mean? Did you have a lie, steal a car? Did you have a lie, steal a car? I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? I didn't steal no car. As soon as we finish up, though, I'll be right here with you, brother. New Black Panther Pod. I'm trying to read some of these content. Oh, Black Power Radio is on right now. So I want to see, man, anybody see Cryptonomics? I need to get Cryptonomics up in here. Cryptonomics was going hard today. So you made it. I mean, when people start to make videos about you, right? And so I want to share something with y'all real quick. Y'all with me, family? I want to wait till a couple people. Let me see how many thumbs up we got, man. Because I'm about to give y'all something real quick. I'm gonna show you how you knock these people out the box. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you how you knock these people out the box. So we got 147 people in here, and come on, we need more thumbs up than this. We gotta get these algorithms up in here so we can get them. We get these haters right. How we gonna know the truth if you end it? So we gotta get them haters up. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna share something with y'all real quick. And I want y'all to share this, at least share this first segment with everybody. So now listen, I said on the show, and I'm going to do it right now because many people are going to watch it. I said on the show, right, that I never researched Sister Crypto Muhammad because I never had a reason to. You see what I'm saying? I never had a reason to. But y'all remember when Crypto Muhammad came on the show and said that what about the assault in 2014? And I'm not leading a militia. I'm not leading anybody in 2014. I'm trying to fix myself in 2014. Who cares? Anyway, y'all remember that? Press 1 if you remember that. But I want to talk to the most serious point though that they try to point out. Anybody remember that when she said that? She had the research ready. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Press 1 if you remember that. That she had the research ready. So she had already, there we go. Then we're going to show and prove. We're going to show and prove tonight. Zenzuna. So she had already thought she dug up something on me. Right? Not, buddy. Now I'm going to show and prove. But I don't want to show everything, family. Listen, family. I have a real story. I am real life. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want to show everything. But what I will show is the most critical part. I want y'all to walk with me now. I'm the people's grand chief. I owe a responsibility to you. I owe you the truth. Remember, she said, and a child abuser. Remember that? Press 1 if you remember that. Press 1 if you remember that. Now, it's too many. I need to see ones go up. Remember she said, and a child abuser. That's what she said. Remember that? Remember that? I need to see some ones. There we go. There we go. I owe it to y'all. See the difference between me and them? I have a story. You follow me? Yeah, y'all remember she said that. So listen. So I was on a page where somebody else said, I'm going to expose him. I got messages from Ali's sister today said, I'm going to expose you. You know what I mean? Let's expose me. Y'all ready? Give me 1 second. Let's expose me real quick. Let me do it like this. Let me copy this real quick. Let me expose me real quick. I ain't gonna give it all to y'all because I told y'all I got a real story that I'm trying to put together to hopefully inspire people. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna use the same slide that I use for the good old doctor. All right. So because this is the beginning of the video and everybody's gonna watch the beginning of the video, you follow what I'm saying? So let's get to it. Y'all ready? Let's expose me. Let's expose me. So, family, here we go. Expose me. This is what they are pulling up. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. This is what they are pulling up. So what you see is domestic violence, child abuse, right? Now let me give you the backstory behind that. I grew up in a ratchet situation. In that situation, I fought for my children in that situation. Took the other parent to court and fought for my children. The only way they could try to get them back was accuse me of something that never made it to court because I was going to sue. You see that? All parties failed to appear. This was some ghetto, foolish nonsense. Now, if you from where I'm from, we seen this scenario many times. Show me the guilty. We seen this scenario. In fact, it's so ratchet that I will bring the accuser on here and she probably will cuss you out and smack you upside your head. Now, I normally don't do this because there's innocent parties involved and it's so long ago. But since people want to talk crazy, I just want to show you real quick. Since people want to talk crazy, let's look at it. Let's bring it up. Let me blow it up a little bit for you. Here you go. Let me see if I can blow it up all the way for you. Hold up. You see that? Case closed. 11, listen, look close to it. Hearing interim protected order, 11-1. Hearing temporary protected order, 11-3. Hearing temporary protected order, 11-3. All parties failure to appear. The case was closed when it opened. You dumb fools. Can you read? Can you read? You goofy fools. Can these people read? Can these dumb people read? Let's give them a round of applause. Can these stupid people read? Show me guilty, you dummies. See, most people from the hood go through all types of stuff like this. I had my son mother, she had one hand on 9-1 and wait for me ready to leave, and she'll press the other one. You better not leave. See me, 9-1, you better not leave. 1, whoop, I'm out of there. If you ain't from where I'm from, you don't understand. If you ain't from where, hey, see me like this. I'ma tell you, you better not leave. Now you say something. Say something. Say something else. Say one more thing. 9-1. Say something else. Say something else. Go ahead, girl. 1. Whoop. You know what I'm saying? If you're from where I'm from, you understand. This happens. But with it happens. There is no conviction, you dumb fools. And so when the video is up, anybody that see a video, say, show me the conviction. Show me the conviction. Show me the conviction. Where is the conviction? This happened twice. I have 5 sons. I raised my sons from 8 years old all the way up to adulthood. I raised my sons, 2 of my sons, from 8 to 10 to adulthood by myself. fighting the system and fighting the opposition. Holla at your boy. I will be the hero if I show the real story. Holla at your boy. Hold up. I can't fold my arms without lotion. I got ashy elbows. Hold up. I got ashy elbows. Let me try it again. Holla at your boy. Listen, this is what I try to tell people. My whole community can vouch for me. They know I raised my sons by myself. My whole community know that. When people used to tell me, oh, you a good dad, like, why are you telling me I'm a good dad? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. So these clowns are fools. You know what I'm saying? These clowns are fools. All they got to do is show. Listen, family. Let me tell you something. The reason why I don't bring my sons on videos at this point, because I know you idiots will put yourself in danger by talking slick or acting slick. So I leave that alone. But let me tell you something. Anything that you pull up, read the whole thing, you fools. Don't read part of it. Read the whole thing. Hold up. Let me finish. Y'all seen that one? The same thing happened. Let me show you. You know what I mean? Let me show you. Don't go nowhere real quick. Then we're going to get into the show. Let me show you. Right here in 2005. The same thing. Running the same old scheme. You see with that? Dismiss. Dismiss. Initial filing, 5/20/2005. You see that? By 5/31, it was dismissed. You fools. Hold up. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Let me make sure y'all can see it. We won't say you won't say I'm covering nothing. Y'all see that? The initial filing. Hold up. Was 5/20/2005. By 5/31/2005, it was dismissed. You dumb fools. I hate to call people dumb fools, but listen. Y'all already know I'm rough around the edges. Y'all already know what environment I come from. Y'all know where I come from. I'm the people's grand sheik. I'm the so in these types of now let me break it down for those that's watching that want to repeat something. For those Europeans that these brothers like to run to and talk about your brother. Y'all ready? Now, Mr. Charlie. Now, Mr. Charlie, in the environments that you call the urban environments, in fact, we refer to them as the projects, the ghetto, and the hood. But for the sake of the conversation, in these urban environments, there is a lot of dysfunction. And within that dysfunction, when things are volatile, normally, and this is a norm, normally, someone always called the police when it comes to relationships and disagreements. This is a norm in the urban environment. When there is a so-called black male that's in conflict with another so-called black male, normally they would fisticuff, which you would call fight. They would scrap. and sometimes stab, ultimately shoot. But when it comes to a relationship in these stressful, non-harmonious environments, the woman who may feel victimized, whether it's true or not, she will resort to calling the police. Even in these environments, if the man decides that it will be no more future, the woman will also resort to taking the man to child support. In my situation, Mr. Charlie, I've always wanted to be a part of my children's life. So what I did is I took the bull by the horns and I took her to court and I took my children. And in a move making like that, Mr. Charlie, you got to deal with a lot of opposition. You got to deal with lies. You have to deal with threats, but you have to play your cards right. I've been locked up a few times, Mr. Charlie, because of this type of dysfunction in this environment, the urban environment. But that's just what it is, Mr. Charlie. So, Mr. Charlie, and those who are endorsing videos with Mr. Charlie, let it be known, if you're not from the environment where this dysfunctional attitude and personalities exist, count yourself as being blessed. I count me as being blessed to being able to overcome it. And now I'm here. So thank you, Mr. Charlie, and all of your supporters. Now back to the regularly scheduled program. Cryptonomics! Hey, Crip, you got to rewind it back, Crip. I showed the receipts on myself, Crip. Hey, Crip, I showed the receipts on myself. Hey, Crip, I showed the receipts, Crip. Where was you at, Crip? Crip, you came in late, Crip. Crip, I seen Crip going to war for your brother. Hey, Crip, I seen you in the comment section over there with that European. We got the goods on Toronto. He's a child abuser. He's abusing children. He's abusing children. Watch, I show the receipts. You dumb fool. Learn how to read first. Learn how to read first. Let me tell you something, family. The difference between me and all these frauds is that I ain't got nothing to hide. My journey is my story. My journey is the story that's going to help people not to go through what I went through in those dysfunctional environments. It's my story. I would never separate myself from my story. Never. I don't care how it looks. I don't care how it perceived. I know my story. I don't care how it looks to the public. It don't matter to me. I know my story. I know I'm a thoroughbred. I know I'm solid. I know I'm solid. That's right. Everybody can't say that. You know what I mean? I know I'm solid. And I got people that'll stand with me and say, man, that guy's solid. Man, you about to get dealt with. Man, anyway, family. So I wanted to put that at the beginning of the show. So all of those who, you know what I mean? I don't even want, you know what, family? I don't even want y'all to even guess that I would be avoiding that. I don't even want y'all to even guess. I know that we created a friendship here on Morshwell TV, but I don't even want y'all to lose confidence in the Grand Sheik. You know what I mean? I don't want y'all to lose confidence in the Grand Sheik. You feel what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure that you can defend me just like Cryptonomics did when I don't know what's going on. I'm going to give you the goods. I'm going to give you the goods to defend me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to defend you if you're right. Long as you're right. So we gonna get to the kitty cat frauds. I like that one. Okay. So anyway, fam, we about to get started now. Let me send the link out, fam. No, for real. I really wanted to do that. Because again, family, I know that y'all trust me with information, and I don't want you to ever even have a doubt. You know what I mean? I don't even want you to even have a doubt that I'm biased. I'm not even biased. I'm not biased for myself. I'm not biased for nobody. I'm for the truth at the end of the day. I mean, I'm for the truth at the end of the day. And if the truth against me, then I got to make in my lessons in the Moorish Science. I'm talking, but I'm sending a link out right now. And in my lessons in the Moorish Science Temple of America, I acknowledge the fact that if you are in error, you know what I mean, you make a speedy reparation to the utmost of your power. You know what I'm saying? So say for instance, if I was found guilty or something like that, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm not going to take something like that hands down. I'm going to get every lawyer in town to, you know what I mean? And like, for real, I could just write a letter and get that off the system, because there's not a guilty finding. It's not even, I didn't even go to court. So I can go ahead and write them and say, I need that removed. I could do that tomorrow. Do anybody understand how the judicial system works? I never went to court. I never was charged with anything. It's an accusation that was thrown out. I could write them tomorrow and have that removed. I mean, so the point that I'm making is, I still want you to, if you slide across a video and you see something talking crazy, you can come back here and ask me about it. And we're going to pull up the receipts on me. This is why, family, this what makes me so unique from these other people. I say, bring it to me. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. I used to put these hands on people, but you know what I mean? Hey, but you got the wrong one on that one. Buddy. You know what I mean? Buddy, you can't get me like that. Come on, man. I'm the people's grand sheik. I'm the people's grand. So I sent the link out, family. But Crip, man, let me see if Crip can hit the link real quick before my people come in. Crip, hit the link real quick, Crip. Quick, Crip. Come on in. Talk to me for a second, Crip. Don't nobody hit the link but Crip. Ain't let nobody in but Crip. Crip was in there rumbling. I was like, get him, Crip. Get him, Crip. You can win, Cryptonomics. You can win. I was like, you can win, Cryptonomics. So anyway, while we waiting on the guests to come in, people keep sending these videos with this European, keep making these videos with Moorish World TV in it. Do you realize that this European said he disrespected Crystal Muhammad? He disrespected Crystal Muhammad. And I don't like people who disrespect women. One thing for sure, I did not disrespect Sister Crystal Muhammad. I just told the truth as it was. Second thing is that why is this European so interested in defending sisters on the internet? You want to defend some sisters? Come in the hood. Come in the hood. We got some. I witnessed a brother one day drag a sister right out the car at the stoplight. You want to save? Come on, Captain, save him. Come to the hood. You want to defend some sisters? Don't be on the internet talking about you're a European talking about and disrespecting black women, disrespecting black women. Man, you're an old European. Go sit down somewhere and talk about the issues in your neighborhood. Get out my face, man. Hey, Crip. You there, Crip? Yeah. Yeah, man, go.
Hey, you hear me, bro?
Hey, Crip. What? Let me ask you.
Hey, you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
Hold on. Nah, something off. Hold on.
Like go to your old little neighborhood, your little raggedy neighborhood, and make some videos about dog pooping in somebody's yard and they didn't pick it up with a little bag or something, man. Everybody try to hear that. Hey, Crip.
Yeah, hold on. Something wrong with my audio, man.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You want to go on something? Go talk about them little teacup Yorkies or something that's pooping in other people's yard. Put your camera up and take pictures.
Oh, I got the feedback. You hear that feedback coming through?
Yeah, a little bit, but you all right. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. I got double feedback going on though.
But listen, real quick, because my guest is here. But I want, hey, Crip, somebody sent me the video and I seen the European put my name in the title. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And then, you know, one of the first things I do with the videos, I stroll down the comment section and I see Delta girlfriend in there. I mean, Delta right hand. I mean, whatever he is. I see him in there and talking about, we got Toronto, we're going to expose them and all that, child abuse, all this old stupid stuff. And then I try to fast forward the video when he get to talking about me, and he started talking about that I disrespect Crypto Muhammad and all that, and he got a problem with it. The old European, I mean, look like he's 150 years old. You know what I mean? Why is he making our, brother, I'm just asking you, why in the world is he making our business his business?
Hey man, I don't know what's up with that dude, but I think he's looking. I think he's looking for. I don't know. He was on that Grandmaster J tip, and it's almost like I can't really put my finger on it precisely, but I got my eyes out. That's why I've always kept his little alerts on and stuff like that. And I see it today. You know, he had your little stream on there, but I don't know, man. You know, I say, hey, we got some Europeans up in here. You know, they just been popping in here, ain't they?
Yeah.
Ain't they been popping in here? And we like, what they doing up in here?
hey, but Crip, up in that comment section, you was holding it down, bro.
Hey, man, that's how I do. They be coming after me all the time, bro. They be leaving messages on my channel. I just laugh, especially Delta. You know, with his little, he be creating like 3 or 4 different accounts. He come over there, leave a message or something, talking crazy. I ain't worried about that little dude.
Yeah. Hey, look, you know what's funny though, right? These people can't read.
Straight up.
Bro, I just showed the receipts, and if you go back, because I got the guess here now, but I just showed the receipts, whereas though, you know, man, I come from an environment, man, where that type of situation happen all the time, man. They call the police on you in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I just showed the receipts, right? And obviously they can't read because on the receipts, 1 minute it was open, the next day it was closed, basically. I mean, to make a long story short. You know what I'm saying? And I told the story so people can go back and check it out again. But whatever the case may be, I just wanted to thank you, brother, for having confidence in me, because you can only defend somebody that you have confidence in. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. You know what it is.
That you don't have confidence in. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Because if I came up here and you went over there defending me, and then somebody said, Tahaka Bay, what about that child abuse? And I'm sitting up there talking about, well, you know, in 1976, I was 3 years old, and I remember my mama used to tell me all the time, don't put the toast on dark because you can catch the house on fire. I start talking some stupid stuff like that. And you be like, man, I just defended this brother. Hold up. Brother Talker, man, you owe me an explanation now.
We got you, bro. We got you, man. Hey, you making some real good findings, some real good discoveries, some stuff that need to be said. I mean, because at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is being creating the dissension in the family, and it's creating a lot of trust issues with brothers that really want to do this work. Absolutely. A lot of trust issues. So, you know, we got to just air this out, you know, and move forward.
Absolutely. And let me let you go with this because the guest is waiting for me. But Crip, you're absolutely right. The thing is that this has to happen so we can weed out the ones that mean us no good, and so the new people can come in and be confident. Right. You know, like the Revolution Black Panther Party don't have to die, but the leader have to be removed.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I think the program is pretty good. I think the program was adopted from analyzing how it's supposed to go from a genuine Black Panther Party movement. You feel what I'm saying? Right. However, However, you know, the leadership is perpetrating a fraud as if he represents and endorsed the program when in fact he's only endorsing his own endeavors of trying to advance and get some money.
Speak on it, bro. Speak on
it. And some sisters. There it is. So
there
I
appreciate
you. I just wanted to
right, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. Good looking out. And I'm not gonna disappoint the family. I tell you that now. Come on, Todd Street. We got 2 minutes. I got the General Demir waiting for me.
Hey man, peace to the family, man.
Did you watch the show? Did you start watching in the beginning?
You know I did. You know I did. And this is a conundrum we got ourselves into. They some losers. I wouldn't eat. Look, big ups to you for doing it for your people, but they didn't even deserve that from you because they didn't expose their hand, man. But the real issue is we not. Go ahead.
The thing is this, Todd. The thing is that I want to make sure that our people in this chat that helps to make this possible, that they know that the same measure that I use for everybody else, I'm going to use on myself. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't want to bring out the whole history due to the simple fact that I really am going to write a book about my journey. But the point of the matter is, it says in the Bible, right, that judge not lest ye be judged, for which measure ye use, it should be meted out to you. So if I use a measure to show improve on somebody else, then I'm going to use it for myself too. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to use it for myself. And with that being said, I just want to make sure the people know that it's going to be all right.
Yeah, as well as you should. They just don't deserve that. The people deserve it. You feel me?
Right.
Because the people looking for something. But them suckers don't deserve it, man. And we throw around these terms like vetting and COINTELPRO, man, but we need to start taking this stuff serious, man, because people I don't think people really realizing that the Black Panther Party and all of its extensions are the supreme essence of Black liberation movement. To see that has been fully infiltrated is a problem. Now, it don't surprise me because I read, people need to read the King Alfred Plan, like flat out. People need to read National Memorandum 46. Like, they have their agendas on paper already to tell you how they plan on dealing with and addressing us when we start to come together as a collective, man. They not playing these crackers or the man or the system, whatever you want to call it. They not playing, man. And we playing. We got cats playing revolutionary and not really leading the people nowhere. And then they want to say, oh, you people on the internet, your internet revolutionary. Man, listen, dude, we in the internet age, man.
There you
I
go.
ain't gotta go out here and bang fisticuffs and pull guns on people, man. You can, and the whole time the cats been in the field banging, we could have band together and just held our dollars back on certain corporations, certain industries, and certain entities, and we could have made way more change because they stop seeing that money coming. They gonna want to have you a seat at the table.
And you know what's funny? All the people that bought guns to join up with Grandmaster Jay with all the good intentions in the world, they gave the European all of that money for them guns to go march behind a petition and to give the serial number to the European, when all that could have been an investment to control the area in any little city. But let me get the guests on. She's there waiting. I need you come on at the end, bro, if you're still around. The General Dharma, she back in the building.
I'm here with you.
All right, peace and love, my brother. So, sis, I'm bringing you in now. My bad. I talk too much. Todd Streets talk too much. No, I'm gonna blame Todd Streets. It's his fault. No, man, that's my guy right there.
You know,
Todd Street and Cryptonomics. But now we got the General Demir in the building. How you doing, General? What's happening, General? Back again. Back again. Let me begin.
Hey, Revolutionary Love, Black Power.
Hey.
How's everybody doing? Hey, everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for letting me come back. I'm going to be brief. I just need to touch on a few points. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
I can hear. Hold up. You know what? Let me turn this speaker off. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right, I can hear you now. Let me go.
Okay. So I just want to touch on a few points.
Hold up. First one thing says we have new people coming in all the time. Can you tell the people who you are and a little bit about yourself? So we can put them back on. We got, in the words of the Grandmaster J, we got to get back on code.
Okay. So for y'all that don't know, I am General Demir Sadiqa Umanifu, formerly of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party.
General Dama, let's make sure that you don't have your hand on the mic of your phone. It sounds like a little bit muffled.
Hold on, let me see.
Better?
That sounds better, I think. You muted yourself now.
Can y'all hear me?
Now you sound better. There you go.
All right, let me take this headset off. Okay. I'm General Demir Sadiqa Umanifu, formerly of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party. Up until I came on your show, I was an active member. After I came on, Ali removed me from all of the groups. So, but the work will still continue. As Cryptonomics said, you don't need a leader to do this work. If you're really out here about your people, and there are so many chapters that are doing that, and I want to commend them that despite everything, that they're still out there feeding the people, and that's what it's about. I'm the general of the Nashville chapter, Nashville, Tennessee. I am also National Deputy Chief of Staff. I'm National Minister of Conflict Resolution, and I'm National MODHQ. But being National Minister of Conflict Resolution meant that anytime there was an issue or conflict, I had to log it and record it and reach out to all the parties involved and get their side of what was going on. So I did hear a lot of complaints. And as I've said before, I don't have any personal issue with Charles, which I think is what makes me credible. I'm just here to help save some of these young women and what they're going through. Can y'all still hear me? Because it's frozen. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. You sound real good.
Okay, great. So I wanted to touch bases on and my name, General Demir, was given to me by Ali. He has a naming ceremony after watching you for years, and my name means truthful, honest, and trustworthy. So I doubt he would get on here and call me a lie after he gave me that name. I'm gonna just throw that out there. So, the young lady that called in last night and said that we were paid $500 to come on the Taharka Bay show. That's a whole lie. I would be glad to show my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever history y'all want to see. That's a lie. Like, each one is as depressing as the last on Broke. So no, that didn't happen. I am doing this to save people like her so that they don't get duped out of their money, their resources, their time, and their panties over and over again. Like, I think I'm credible because I'm one of the few that did not have a relationship with him. Also, I need to let everybody know that when you sign up to be a part of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, you fill out an application and you have to send in a copy of your ID. So this man has all of our addresses, knows everything about us, and that's scary too. So, and because there were a lot of active groups still doing the work, that's why a lot of people stayed quiet. You know, it's like, well, that's his personal business that he's doing all that, but it doesn't affect us. But for me, the turning point would be Valdosta, Georgia, chanting the white power. That was too much for me.
Hey, sis, you sound muffled again. I don't know why. You sound like a little bit muffled again.
Because my phone raggedy. How about this? I'm gonna connect it in my car. Can I go out for like 2 seconds and come
Absolutely.
right back?
Take your time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
You good, sis? You good? Go ahead. Do your thing. Family. I want to say that. Y'all hear me? Yeah. I want to say that I'm glad that she came on and said that because I didn't ask her to say that, obviously. But can you believe they say I was paying people $500? I ain't got no $5 to be paying nobody to come talk about this stuff. What? What am I seeing in? What am Geraldo Rivera? You got me mixed up. What? Man, I'm a handyman. These people crazy. Man, these people say anything. These people say anything. I'm paying each. You know how many guests that came up here so far? And I'm paying them $500? Man, I'm a whole fool. I ain't even, I'm more fool than Grandmaster J. That's right. I'm a handyman. Oh my goodness, man. These people crazy, man. I never seen, listen, desperation got people acting a fool, man. They desperate. You ever see I'm cheap. I come on for $350. Would you take two? What happened to you? Would you take two? Hey, you ever see people get desperate, right? You ever see people get desperate? You know what I mean? You ever see brothers, they knuckle up real nice? Y'all, if y'all from around the hood or y'all even live in the cul-de-sac at least, you know what I mean? And y'all tighten it and you see two brothers, young brothers ready to fight and they look real nice, man, oh man, they got hands. But the one that might look like he got hands, somebody get him real good and the next thing you know, he just, that's what they doing now. They can't even look good with their lies. They just, they swing it all type of ways, man. They say, stop. That's what they look good when they put it out there until I respond. I quit. Stop. All right, I quit. I don't want no more. No, I ain't gonna fight. No more. I quit. All right, I quit. And that's what they might as well do when they mess with me. You know what I mean? They might as well do that when they mess with me. You know how the one they get beat down a little bit and they just give up. I quit. All right, I quit. Stop. All right, stop. Nah, for real. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna go home. I quit. That's messing with y'all, baby. That's all you gonna get. Y'all probably think I'm the goofiest grown man in the world, man. I love to have fun, man. So the general is back in the building.
I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all hear me okay?
We can hear you good, sis. I'm gonna go get me some water because I didn't play too much. And you take it away, sis.
So I would say if I got $500, I would be able to afford a better phone, but I didn't get $500, so my phone is raggedy. But I do want to say she came on yesterday and said that her title was Deputy Assistant Chief. Now let's break that down. Can y'all hear me still? We good? Because my screen is frozen.
Sis, you good. If something happened, I'll let you know. You good.
Okay. So let's break that down. Assistant Deputy Chief. So there's the chief, which is Ali. There's the Deputy Chief, which is Amina. And they stuck that assistant in there because that wasn't there 3 weeks ago. Like I've been Deputy Chief of Staff, which is right up under Jamila since 2016. So I would know all the staff. They just made that up. They just slid her right on in there. And that's what he does. He gives new people these absorbent titles to give them a false sense of importance. And so what that does for people who are actually in the party doing the work and have been doing the work, it causes dissension in the ranks because now this person wants the power trip. And then it would be about simple stuff. Like even in the chats, someone previously mentioned that he does a lot of his recruiting online. There are probably 100 different chats in Messenger for different issues. And I mean, you got people going off about accidentally clicking a thumb. It's like, don't do that. We don't click thumbs. And it's like, really? Pick your battles. Like if that's what we're doing, if we're just power tripping, this is just stirring up mess that is distracting from the mission. And Do y'all know that it was like 89 unarmed black men killed by the police last year in 2020 during a pandemic when like the whole world was inside for 6 months? Like that's crazy. Like we need each other. We need each other. So to be bickering back and forth about semantics was the first time for me. Like maybe this ain't what it should be. Like that's little stuff. But for her to come in and say that people were paid, that's just unfortunate. I wasn't paid anything. I'm doing this out of love for girls like her. You know, my little girl will be her age in a few years. I saw how young she was. Like, I'm doing this to save her. Because there's so many of y'all. When I was getting calls from different women all around the country that never met each other, that had the same story, I was like, okay, there's something to this. And at first, it was just his personal life. But then also, when anyone got kicked out, we were told to block them. And for me, I do this for real. Like, I love my family. I love y'all. And so for me to consider y'all family, and then all of a sudden I can't talk to y'all because you had a personal issue with Ali, and now he's discrediting your name. And it's just too much. And he was doing this in cities like Raleigh, North Carolina, where they were doing the work. You know what I'm saying? And Atlanta and Milwaukee, and places where it's such a huge metropolitan area for Black people. It was like he was intentionally stirring up things just behind nothing. We would have conference calls on Sundays that would last 5 and 6 hours on the phone. And it's just like, we could be feeding the people right now, or at least my family, my kid. It just, so again, I don't have any personal issues with Ali. So I hope everyone knows I'm coming at this from an objective place. Like, I got to do what's right. And if I don't speak on what I know, I'm complicit. Now, there's one thing I do need your help with, Grand Sheik. The ace in the hole that you haven't shown that everybody needs to see. You know, I think there are some people still on the fence and don't know. I can't screen share because I'm on my phone.
What you want me to do?
So you left on a cliffhanger. You showed the for-profit organization, and you left on a cliffhanger about 2 or 3 shows ago.
Right.
But you did not show where it came from and why and when that name change was. So the link is too long to put in the chat. I would really love if we could get it in the chat so everyone can click on it themselves. Validation is, I'm going to send it to your messenger. So, fam, what this is his agent record, his name, where it gets paid, and when it got changed, and it shows his agent number. Like, this is the ace in the hole, and I feel like we should have led with this. I feel like Jamal should have led with this. And what's crazy is this was sent to me by somebody who's currently still in the party. So when a girl came on and said, this ain't about one man and we're hundreds deep, yep, and most of them already know what's going on and they're protecting their family, but everybody knows. Everybody knows. So the fact that you've been in the party a week or two and you standing up for this grown man, like, sis, it's a reason everybody else ain't. It's a reason his wife left. Where's Dr. Mayat? Dr. Mayat is a legit doctor. It's the third wife. There's one in Ethiopia, there's one in Jamaica. But anyway, Miriam is his wife, one of the wives, Miriam Georges. She signed on this paper with him, and both of their signatures are on it. So I'm going to send it to you in Messenger. And of course, my screen is frozen. I need to be able to see this too. I guess I'm going to come out and go back in, but I'm going to send this in Messenger. Can you pull it up and bring me right back on? Because everybody needs to see this. All right, hold on.
Yeah. So listen. This is the good thing I like about Morris World TV. This is the good thing I like about Morris World TV, because I actually require that we bring some receipts. You know, I don't mind the conversation, but if we have the conversation first and the audience or the members or the friends, subscribers, whomever you may be, the visitor, if you ask to show and prove, then I require the guest to show and prove. You understand what I'm saying? Because we shouldn't have it no other way. In this volatile situation of fake liberation that's being perpetrated against our people, we should make sure that we, if we say something or make an accusation, we should be able to show and prove. If we can't show and prove, we shouldn't be dealing with it. We just shouldn't be dealing with it. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? If someone can prove it wrong, then that's just what it is. I mean, let's see what's going on there. My pops have a gold. My pops has a gold by the family history. General, he had a stroke a few years ago. His memory was affected, so now I'm on a hunt. Uh-oh, that black warrior spirit. That's my main. That's my main man. All right, so she back. Let me see.
Yeah, my screen is frozen. I don't know how long my boob's been in y'all.
No, you are.
So anybody who wants to link for themselves, my name is Tiffany Jade Griffin Bell, but it's been in the chat. You're welcome to hit me up on Facebook, and I'll gladly forward this to you personally. If you,
so look, let me ask you a question. Are you able to see me?
Yes.
All right. So I want you to tell us what we're looking at. All right. I'm about to pull it up right now.
Now, I'm sure you have more experience with this than I do.
There you go. All you got to do is look at the screen and explain what we're looking at.
Okay, it's too little for me to see. But what happened was one of the members in RBPP paid to run a background check on him.
Okay, so first, let me read this. It's a Florida Profit Corporation, East African Incorporated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the principal address is what it is. Registered agent. Then it has Miriam Georges, Alli Muhammad, and Hubert Higgs, which actually is the same people. And it was put in place in 2006. So now you can take it from there.
So on your previous show, you spoke about how around 2006 is probably when he flipped. You look up there, that's his agent number. And what they do is have to have a corporation or a business to be paid up under, so they're not paying somebody directly. Him and his wife both signed for it. Down there at the bottom, you can click on the link that says for profit, where you will see both of their signatures. And this is also where they changed his name from Charles Higgs to Ali.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty odd.
This is a government, and so all you have to, and you can all do this. Like, it was $1.99 to pay for it. So don't think I have any inside scoop with feds and like, you can all do this. All it took was finding out his real name. And so the person that sent me this is still in the party, you know, because she's still doing the work. And it's just, you can, if anybody wants this, inbox me, I'll send it. So with that being said, all these other girls can tell their personal story. I'm here to get facts.
So basically, hold on.
Click on the for-profit so they can see their signatures and the name of the company that they created to get paid off of turning Black people into the feds and getting them locked up, and how much of a percentage they make off. And the whole paperwork, it says, I think they get 10% of everything. Like, the paperwork's there. Look.
Okay.
One more thing I gotta tell. I found this out.
No, I'm gonna start clicking, and you're gonna be able to help us to understand it, because I don't know what I'm looking at. You know what I mean?
Okay, my screen is frozen again, so I can't. It's just stuck on the main page. I don't know if you clicked over or not.
Oh yeah, I clicked over.
All I see is that main screen again.
All right, but you see me? Do you see me?
Nope. All I see is a frozen screen on 56.47 seconds. Oh, and it's got the main page. So I mean, I can keep coming out and coming back in. I know they messing with me.
Yeah. Because I want
up to you.
Yeah, you can go out and come back in. We good.
Let me say this before I do that. I actually asked him about this, and this was the last conversation he and I ever had. One of our fellow comrades got arrested, and I didn't know what to do. This is somebody who's been down for him, who's done everything he ever asked. So I called him. I'm like, so-and-so got arrested. Are you going to help get out? Now, this is the same day I found out all this stuff. Well, maybe a day later. He was like, well, just call me back. But let me tell you about Jamal. Let me tell you what Jamal did. He just started going in on Jamal. I'm like, that don't have nothing to do with what we're talking about, our comrades in jail. And he just wasn't really interested in it. I hung up the phone with him, and I called Jamal. Jamal immediately began the process of sending the money to bail her out of jail, and was genuinely concerned. So just on those 2 points alone, if it's Jamal versus Ali, that shows who loves their people, agent or not. I mean, and then I also figured in my mind, well, if you the police, call your boys and have them release. I mean, she been down for you personally. Just whatever the case, it didn't work like that. So I called him back, and I'm just like, look, there's a lot of people talking about who you really are, and there's a lot of evidence supporting. And he cut me off. He said, couldn't be no evidence about nothing, because I am who I say I am. And bruh, as close as we've been, don't play me to the left. Of all the people, like, I'm not one of these young girls.
Oh, sis.
Huh?
Hold up 1 second. You know something that I don't mean to change the direction, but go ahead, sis. I'm about to point this out. I don't know if it means anything or not, but I'm gonna point it out in a minute. But go ahead. You said
I want to see it, and my screen is still frozen, so I may have to come back in. But I asked him straight up. I'm like, look, bruh, it's a lot of rumors going on within the party. This is before it got out publicly. Talk to me about it. I hope he had an excuse like, man, that's Photoshop. Anything, but don't just play me to the left. Like, give me something. So now if you leave my mind to wander, but then that very same day, there was a post on Amina's page where somebody ratted them out. And all of RBPP was on that thread and everyone saw it. Somebody made a fake page of him that day with all this information on it. And I mean, it had hundreds and hundreds of people viewing it. So people within the party know about this, which is why he's had to get all these new people recently and recruit new people that don't know about the scandal that happened 2 or 3 months ago. Because none of us have been active within and talking to him because we know who he is. So even within the party, we know. So I'm gonna go out and come back in so I can see.
Yeah. So while you go out and come back in, I want to share with the people what she just shared with me, and I just examined it real quick, and I noticed something that stood out to me. Now, I'm not a genius. I'm not the smartest or the sharpest knife in the drawer. But I did notice on this is that because I have I have a small business and I know that I have an EIN, but I never had an FEI. Is that a federal employee identification number? FEI and EIN number. Anybody ever seen that before? Has anybody ever seen that? A FEI and an EIN. Anybody ever see that before? Is that what that is? A federal employee identification number? Wow. That's a receipt there. That's a receipt right there. Sean, is that a real receipt, man? I don't have an FEI. I got an EIN. But is that for a federal employee or do anybody get that? I need somebody to help me. I don't know. I'm really asking. Is that for a federal employee or do anybody get it? Can anybody file for a FEN? It's for your employee numbers that work for you. FEIN is for everybody. Yes, FEI is for federal. You can apply for one. You have to be federal. Federal tax identification number. Yeah, I am familiar with that. So he would have to be a federal employee or own a federal business or something, right? Is that correct or am I wrong? I don't know what this is all about. Don't look right to me. Sean must got that big bread. Sean, yeah, I did it for my business. Somebody say a foreign EIN. Where you from, Morocco? Yeah, I'm. There is no black power without black unity first. See, the first thing, before there's going to be any power, you need economic power. Listen, you need economic power before you can get any other power. If you can't work together in business, then there's nothing that you can do any other way. Everything else is rhetoric. Listen, if you want to take a page out of history, you would know that every battle that was fought and every oppression that was administered, it was all about money. Europeans ain't oppress you because your skin. Even now, white supremacy is about money. Keep you ignorant, keep you subjugated. It's about money. You think the skin and all of that, that's for ignorant Europeans. You black and all that's for ignorant Europeans. You know what I mean? Are you there, sis?
I'm here.
All right, can you see?
Yeah. So to the person in the chat that said, what kind of general shows cleavage? My screen was frozen. I couldn't even see where I was on the screen.
Hey, sis, you can't respond to everybody, though. You can't respond to everybody.
You can consider that one a freebie.
You put in work, sis. But so what I did was I screen
and it's hard to hide them. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, can't hide them. So sorry.
No, hey sis, but I did screen share, right? and I was showing that it had a FEI and an EIN number, and I was trying to figure out, is that a federal identification number, federal employee
And
identification number?
it has its agent number. So I mean, it's federal agent numbers on there, and you can search that at the here. I'll send this. I googled his name and federal agents, and it came up on Google. I'll send you that screenshot. Hang on.
Good night. This bad, man. This bad, family. Now listen.
And I just want us to be safe. He got all of our addresses. Like, I just want us to be safe. All the dumb shit aside. Like, I'm sorry, dumb stuff. Like, just be safe. And there's too many of us. He has all of our ID. He know y'all every move, and he causes disruption in cities where it's all black folks, and it's I see through it. And so I'm here. I didn't get paid anything. I'm here because I gotta be here. Let me send this to you.
Dr. Ali, I didn't know it was going to get this bad.
Oh, it ain't bad yet. When we talk about the little girls that's been molested and stuff like that, honey, we got some guests coming on tonight with personal issues. I'm just dropping the facts on who he is. I don't have
Ali,
all carried away about him personally.
If you got that see-through Walkman and you're able to get a YouTube, I didn't know it was going to be this bad. If you got that transparent glass Walkman or TV, I didn't know it was going to get this bad. Let me stop, man. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Oh my goodness, man. This is bad, man. Man, what I'm gonna do, man? Hey, listen. I think I gotta retire for a couple weeks, man. I gotta think of this stuff is getting heavy. Y'all know what we got coming on Thursday? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jamal is about to bring some receipts that we ain't never seen. I don't know if I can go on with this. Look at my eyes, red. I can't do this. It's too much. This is too much. I need help. Pray for me, Akhenaten. I'm trying to help the community. Pray for me, Akhenaten. I want to help the people. Listen, it's your business EIN tax number for federal taxes. FEIN is what it's called. EIN is short. I don't know, but I ain't got no FEIN on none of my paperwork. I don't have that on none of mine. You know what I'm saying? I just pay state and federal taxes and keep it moving. Hey, Candy Chambers, this is too much. Listen, I never expected this. I think people think, yes, I say you hit the jackpot. I was just panning for gold. I was panning. I was like, oh, man. All right, we go. Listen, in fact, in the beginning, we was just going to try to promote Sister Crypto Muhammad and Dr. Ali to help a fallen comrade. But when Jamal hit me up, you know what I'm saying? And I said, of course you can come on the show if you can bring receipts. Then he brought receipts, and now I'm like, oh, man. So I just started letting people come. I just panning for gold, sifting. I look up in that demonstration. Oh, my goodness gracious. There's gold nuggets in there. The gold nuggets is the agents. The agents. God, goodness gracious. All these agents in this pot. All these agents in this screen. God, goodness gracious. I'm gonna be selling them shirts soon. I hope y'all support. They're gonna say, "Good goodness gracious." I hope y'all buy my shirts, man. I'm telling you, I'm about to order some shirts. Good goodness gracious. Bye now. Yeah, man. Look at all of these agents. Good. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
All right.
Can you please screen share what I just sent you, Grandshi?
I'm still laughing at myself. I'm a little bit special. I mean, oh
We Aries, we like to clown.
yeah, I'm a little bit special. Okay, let me see what I got. Good
So
goodness.
if you are to Google his name and agent, this is what will come up in Google.
All right, let me see. Let's see.
You have to pay for the results, but you know Google will always show you a caption, a preview of what is on that site.
Okay, so which one you want me to pull up?
Go in order from the bottom to the top. It's like 4 things that you need to share.
Okay. Let me get it right. Let me get it right first.
Thank you.
Here we go. Goodness gracious. All right. Let me get it right. So, okay, you sent me 3. All right, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness, man. This is a good. We had good time.
Right. I mean, you can just Google that.
Now
What does it say, Grandshi?
I'm about to screen share it for you right now.
I'm on my phone, so it's going to be too little for me to read, but I already know what it says. But can you read it verbatim for them?
I'm gonna try my best. Give me 1 second. I got you. Good goodness gracious. All right. So let's see. Let me spin it real quick.
And we can verify
Okay.
that.
So it's a detailed it's a Hubert Higgs 1940 census, detailed by officer, registered agent name, Hubert Higgs, and then we go right there.
That's the for-profit. That's the business that him and Miriam started to profit off of the demise of our people.
Hold up.
But that's a banger right there. Just that he's a detailed registered agent. That shows that in Google. That's the name of that whole. So if they were looking up charges on you, just know that he ain't for our people neither. He beat women. He do all kind of crazy stuff. That's that.
Yeah,
what does that say? It's too little for me to see.
Hold up, I got you. Give me 1 second. This man, his name on the record is Charles Dwight Higgs on this one.
He has multiple aliases, and as you'll see, the next charge was for using a false identity. So there you go.
Yeah, this
He
one.
has a lot of them.
Yeah, this is a felony criminal traffic in 2000. But you know, was he a part of? Was he a part of? Because I don't like to pull up stuff that, you know what I mean, that was before he was
According to him, he made the Panther Party in 1992. All is fair game, bro.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the whole issue is that you are not the person who you say you are today. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And oh man, this not good.
So do we also know that he's telling people that one of his daughters was one of the 5 missing girls from DC? So how are we the Panther Party and not looking for her? Like, feeding people's great. Like, you mean our chief's child is missing and ain't nobody looking for her? Like, it's all kind of just sketchy stuff that made me say, let's research who he is.
Right. Well, now people saying that, and which is true, that the registered agent is one who is the contact person for the LLC. But my issue is him being the federal employment ID number, which I mean,
how many felons you know can do that?
It just makes sense that if you are moving money, whether it's to yourself or to an employee or somebody moving it to you, and you got a FIEN, I don't know. It just sounds crazy to me. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it, so it do sound crazy to me. At the end of the day, I mean, Maymuna, a registered agent. Watch out for Maymuna Free. She an agent, a registered agent at that. Nah, I'm black. Hey, so sis,
Can y'all still see and hear me? My screen is frozen and everything.
So no, listen, you froze again?
Yes, they messing with me. It's crazy, and I've got full bars.
So sis, now that You say you've been around. How long you been around with the outfit? We gonna call it an outfit.
I've been in the party since the Jason Ford days. So I'd say about 2015, 2016. But even that situation was unfortunate because shortly after I was there, they railroaded Jason Ford. And if you can get in touch with him, I'm sure he has his own story as well. The same thing with Ascari Ali. These are brothers doing the work, and just he drugged their name. Like, I think we ran Jason off Facebook all together. Like, it's just so. And what part of the revolution is that? It's supposed to be Pan-African unification. We're supposed to be loving each other. Like, but all we do is fight. All we do is self-thugging. All we do is get in the chats, and it's just like this. We can be helping people.
Has Ali ever been locked up since you've been with the party?
So yes, about a year ago, and I can go back and look at the exact date. He had one of the nationals calling people saying Ali got locked up, and they're holding him without bond. So we're getting up money. And I said, "Did you just say what you just said? If they're holding him without bond, why are you asking for money?" And I hung up on him. Like, I was just like, this just sounds sketchy. But yeah, I can pull up the chats on that about he was a prisoner of war and all that. I don't know. It was just so dramatic. I didn't believe half of it.
So what I was going to say is that when he get locked up, what happens? Because it seems like while
he get right out and nothing else is mentioned of it.
I mean, I'm talking about how does the operation, do they continue to, they got the second in command, she holding it down? Tell her she can come on the show.
Well, you know, when you have 26 children, I'm sure there's always a lot to do. But I'm sure she'll be glad to speak for her man. And the thing is, I like Amina. I like her a lot.
The one that was on the first show you talking about.
Be a woman and have daughters and think this is okay. No way. And when she lost me at the point when you going to fight other women about when your man been in their inbox, nah. I'm sorry. If the first word out your mouth is to call a black woman a B or to discredit them or to fight them, you don't love our people. Like, on a surface level, I think she cool people. She cute. She sweet. If she like you, you know, if you get on her bad side, she gonna fight you. And that is just not revolutionary love.
Oh my goodness. So sis, I know you said you had a few other people that was interested in telling their story.
They're waiting. Yeah, they're trying to get on.
Oh, where they at? Yeah, you can send them the link. Man, this is bad though. I want to see what everybody think, man. What do y'all think about this? Where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying? I believe that I believe you got more good people than bad people with the Revolutionary Black Panther Party. I think they need to just oust them and go in and keep it moving. Be revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what should happen. You know what I mean? Because I think after you get out from this this little bump and bruise of a charge, I actually think he's going to fall back anyway. Because normally that's how it works. I think you're gonna fall back anyway at the end of the day. Because I mean, what can you do now? You're gonna be a convicted felon. You can't walk with no gun. You know what I mean? You can't walk with no gun, and that's the exit strategy. You know what I mean? That's the exit strategy. Oh, somebody said the RBPP is full of snitches. Good goodness gracious. Uh-oh. My bad. My bad. Missy Bowaken, this is really not that. I mean, if you look at it futuristically, you know, this is not a bad thing. Because if this is not talked about now, all of this stuff that has been going on, Sis says she's been in there since 2014. It's now 2021. And they are recruiting those who misrepresent liberation. They are recruiting on social media. So this is actually a good thing because now they can't fly below the radar and manipulate, play, and use and abuse people because now they got to answer to their indiscretions. This is actually a good thing. This is a good thing. Don't think it's a bad thing. This is a good thing. It's sad. I agree with you. It's sad due to the fact that people have came into some type of awakening to be a part of the liberation movement. And when they join, they get played out of their money. They get played out of their heart. They get played out of their body. They get played out of their sane mind. That's when it's sad. I mean, the sister, he said, bring the sister back. I'm eating popcorn. You messing up the show, Talker Bay. My bad. My bad, fed up. Fed up said, man, come on, man. I got my popcorn to hear you talk. Ain't nobody want to hear you talk. You talk early today, Tahaka Bay. I'm trying to hear the sister talk. Well, my bad. Man, well, I'm going to tell you this. Hit the Cash App and donate to the FDGMZ Academy. Hit the Cash App and donate to the FGM Academy. PayPal, FGDM Academy. Zelle, FGMDM Academy. Cash App, FDMG Academy. Gonna fix the gym soon. The gym gonna be fixed soon. You know what? Let me stop, man. Umar might be so fed up right now. He might try me when he see me. I hope not. But man, they've been beating up Umar for a minute, man. They be on Umar heels, man. I be feeling bad for him because he'll just come back on. He be like, and the ancestors and these Negroes, they won't come to the school. We won't let them in the school. They banned from the school. I be like, man, all right, Umar, man. All right, man. I be like, all right, Umar, man. Come on, Umar. Let it go, man. Umar should have just been a YouTuber. He shouldn't even went with the school thing. He should have just been a YouTuber.
Y'all get off Umar.
That's my man. I still support Umar.
Me too. Y'all leave him alone.
I don't think he gonna pull it off. Let me stop. I don't think he gonna pull it off. I don't think he gonna pull it off, sis.
So I need to address something. Jason and Jamal put it in the chat. I didn't know Jason very well. If he did something outside of that, maybe he did. I'm not vouching for anyone at this point. This show has definitely showed me that anybody could be an agent. I ain't vouching for nobody, okay? All I can say is he brought me in the party. I was on the call with the tribunal. There were a lot of people he say, she say, but again, they were all women, just like all of y'all were having issues with women, Ali and Jamal included. You know, I just think if we were more about the mission rather than smashing, a lot of these problems would go away for all of you.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? That's why in my leadership position, one thing I would never ever take lightly. If somebody accused me of some sexual improprieties, if I'm saying it right, improprieties, I might have butchered it, but that's all right. That's from where I'm from anyway. Or mishandling finance. You know what I'm saying? Those two things is a red flag, and they should be dealt with expeditiously. You know what I mean? Messing with the sisters or sisters messing with the brothers in leadership positions and messing up the money. That should be dealt with immediately, because if you can't have enough discipline to focus on the mission and get, if you don't have self-discipline, you ain't going nowhere anyway. You can hang it up. It's a wrap. Because guess what? Soon as the feds, even if you're not an agent, soon as the feds send a woman at you for the men, it's a wrap.
Y'all gonna pillow talk and y'all gonna give it up because y'all all do.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
And when they really go deep undercover, they don't mind if they'll pay the woman listen. everybody that's in this crazy matrix have a price. I ain't in the matrix, but they got a price. And if they pay the woman the right price, she'll go all out. All you gotta do, I watch ID channel.
Ali told me he has a baby by an agent. He said his first child, they sent an agent to him, and she tried to give herself a home abortion that didn't work. Like, tried to do it herself, and that the baby has, well, she's grown now, has learning disabilities because of that. And I think that may have been the same child that was supposed to be missing, but he told me that out of his own mouth. Just on relationship advice, like, be careful because they will send anybody to you. They sent me an agent, and I got a baby by an agent. I'm just like, what? So that was one of the very first things that he told me, and I'm sure, I don't think that that's the secret that he says that. But again, why are there always so many tragedies with you?
Yeah, sis. So let me ask you something. Where do you go from here? What's your next move? Where do you go from here? Because you sound like a true revolutionary. What do you do now?
The work is still going to be being done. And so simultaneously, while all this was going on, I was the one who started the Flint, Michigan chapter. There's a couple of people from Flint watching and trying to be on tonight. Subsequently, even through the disruptions in the first week, we were able to donate 40,000 gallons of water to Flint. And the Flint chapter, even in the midst of their own storm, was out there doing the work. And when you see stuff like that, it makes you kind of weigh your options. But the work will still be getting done. It was done before Ali. Honestly, I didn't meet Ali in person until Louisville last year. So all these years I've been in the party, he has not put a hand on nothing I've done. It's all been me. So, and it will continue to be.
So you actually have basically people organized with you to make things happen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then over here, I don't know if y'all can see, I'm over here in the bricks. I'm in the hood. Can y'all see that? And I'm sitting in the middle of the hood right now in a Porsche, and ain't nobody messing with me. You know why? Because I done handed out all kind of food over here. They know who I am over here. I love my people. Every other day I'm doing food bags of fruit and whatever. I'm over here doing the work. I can walk out here and it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm in one of the worst hoods projects in Nashville right now, and I'm good. I'm G. So anybody can check my record. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing the work, and I'm going to keep doing it. You don't need a leader or a T-shirt or matching shirts or matching masks to do that. You give what you can. So we also do the Pack a Purse program. The homeless population here in Nashville is terrible. So I want to encourage any woman that's out there watching this. We might not all have extra money. You all got an extra purse that's laying around somewhere you ain't doing nothing with. Put some tampons in it. Put some deodorant. Put some socks. These things are just... Can you imagine being a woman when you're on your cycle and not having the things that you need as a woman? Stuff like that goes a long way. And if you see a woman on the side of the road begging for money, hand her that purse. Put some lip gloss in it. Put just little things as a woman that goes a long way. You don't need somebody to organize you to give back to your community.
Man, let me tell you, let me thank Black and Wild Show Live, man. He said it's the best live stream on YouTube. If Black and Wild got a show, we need to go check him out and see what he's talking about. Because if he say I'm the best live stream on YouTube right now, we got to make him the best so we can compete with these lies out here. So let's go check him out, family. Black and Wild Show. And then my man Sean said, told you Sean got that big paper. I do the same in my Benz.
That's right, boo. I'm broke though. Wait a minute. My car is 10 years old. It ain't no new Porsche, but it's mine. I don't got no car note.
If you got a 10-year-old Porsche, that means you have money to maintenance it. Big paper.
I do. I did. I need an oil change right now. No, I grew up with money, but I don't have it now. Like in a minute, money can be gone and come and go. It's fluid. It's about what you do with your life in the meantime while you're here. And I give up my services. I give up my time. And, that's what matters. And I'm here to protect the next little girl from getting swindled out her drawers by these smooth talking.
That's right, sis. Hey, sis, and this is why I tell you it's so important that people like you come forth. Because as you tell your story, even though you said that you never was compromised in that way, but if you can tell your story, they can be able to see from your experience while it's happening. Or even avoid for it, or even don't go that direction in the first place so it don't happen. But did Ali ever try to I'm gonna use Mr. Charlie term. Did he try to fraternize with you? I got new word.
I sent you the screenshot. So he sent me a dick pic and was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to send that image. I sent you all that." You know, I played him to the left, and I'm just like, you know, but what about your wife and this and that? And I could never stand up to them because I do respect Dr. Maya. She's a genius. She is a like I would never step on her toes. You know, anytime we talked about it, I played off to the left. But also keep in mind, I've been married 11 years. I've been with the same man 15 years. So I wasn't in need of that. I was here to help my people. I think the way he was trying to use me was asking me for money. So he knew I was coming up on a settlement. My dad passed away, and my dad was a pro football player. My stepmother took me out of my father's will 4 days before he died while he was in a coma. So I've been fighting that. And Ali also said he's passed the bar in 6 states. So I asked him for legal help on that. So that I think sparked dollar signs in his eyes. And he asked me, well, when this is over, you're gonna give the party $50,000? I almost choked. $50,000, like Soulja Boy voice. What? That's a whole lot of money. Like, you don't even know how much I'm getting. But that's an absorbent amount. And the answer was absolutely not. I knew he was on some fraud stuff then, but I felt like he kept me around for that. Also, y'all talking about Dr. Umar. But before the scandal leak, I was friends with Dr. Umar and Tyreek Nasheed, and I brought them on the radio here in Nashville. I brought Dr. Umar to Nashville like 3 times. Y'all don't hate me. I didn't know. See, that's why I need to Harker Bay to vet me, because all of my heroes are some frauds. Okay, I'm sorry.
But let me say this, General. I don't really believe Dr. Umar started off as a fraud.
I don't either.
I don't believe that. I don't care what anybody say about Dr. Umar. I don't believe he started off as a fraud. And
I know he did.
And let me say this. I really, really liked Brother Umar. I think the turning point with Umar is when he started to make up these type of images and believe it. You know what I'm saying? Big Papa. Like, come on, bro. You an educator. You don't gotta act like that. You know what I'm saying? I got the most requested lecturer. Come on, brother. This is not the WWE. Cut it out. I play around like that, but hey, I'm not a psychologist. I'm a psychologist. And when I seen him argue and cuss out SETI, I knew that was the turning point. That broke my heart. Because I seen one of the guys that I respected go down to the level of an ignorant fool. SETI is an ignorant fool. He's a bodega scholar making money off of information. And this guy has went to college, got some degrees, and he's loaded his level to a daggone worm. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that was the changing point. Now, I mean, yeah, we got to sidebar with Umar for a second. Now, the school thing was a great idea. It was a great idea. In fact, even when he raised the money, I still had some confidence in him. But once the video came out with the stripper,
right.
With that, I said,
y'all all fall short for women. I mean, that is the weakness, and he's still just a man.
But let me tell you something. Through all of that, right? Because I do a little bit of home improvement and rehabs and all of that. Even with $1 million, once he bought the school for $400,000, I knew he didn't have operational money. You can get $1 million and you can buy a school for $500,000 or even $200,000, but you're gonna have to have operational costs.
Right.
Even before you fix it up, you got to take into account of do you have money to operate it and for how many years?
Right.
And how are you going to turn a profit? So I don't think he thought it through properly. Yeah. And it's unfortunate. If I was Umar, I would have took that little bit money that he had left over that he didn't mess up. And instead of getting them 2 schools, I would have got one little building, a small little schoolhouse the size of a rec center. I would have created a school there. I would have made it successful. And I would have sent everybody to college from there. And then I would have asked the public to support me in expanding. And then we could have got it popping. But
well, the reason that we linked up was because I have my bachelor's in graphic design. He solicited me to do the layout for a lot of the books for his school. So that's how I know initially, at least he was trying to put something together. Now, it may have all fallen to the wayside, and I ain't vouching for nobody.
Oh, yeah.
But I brought him and Ali on the radio show, on an FM radio show I had here in Nashville. So that gave Ali a larger platform because everyone was calling in for Dr. Umar. that gave Ali the platform to be on the same level of that at the height of his fame. So I think he kept me around for that. Was where I was going with that story.
Let me say the Tangat. Us as a people didn't fail Umar. If we fail Umar, we failed to tell him the truth. That brother, your idea is a grand idea, but it'd be first to get a small thing successful. Get one school with 30 children successful first. You don't need a campus. We failed to tell whoever was close to Umar, they failed to tell him the truth, or if they did, he didn't listen. Because I'm going to tell you, family, I would love for it to be successful. But I'm going to tell you, operational cars, you need nurses, you need dietitians, you understand? We're talking about the electric bill. We're talking about the upkeep. We're talking about cutting the grass, even just keeping the grass cut, paying for the trash to be taken away. It's so many costs that there is no way in the world that what he has left over will be able to pull this off unless somebody with financial support step in. And it ain't gonna be a Cash App financial support. It would have to be some celebrity with some big bucks to step in. And that's just what it is about Umar. But with that being said, family, let's go back to what we're talking about. So, sis, anything I see, nobody hit the link. So I just want you to wrap up for us, sis. We was here earlier, and I think on, let me see what day. It's a possibly Wednesday. I think I'm gonna have the sister, and I'm trying to figure out, I don't want to ask you, but she was representing herself as the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, and in the newspaper article, she says that Ali was a fraud, etc., etc. Do you know anything about that situation? How was it that there was a Revolutionary Black Panther Party speaking against Umar? Did they? I mean, not Umar. Speaking against Ali, did they break off?
So this was a party that originally started with us, and I would like to give shout out to Sister Muhammad because she's doing the work out there in Louisville. They are doing the work and have the receipts for it. And again, like Ali does, he goes in these cities that are doing the work and stirs up trauma. But we were there for Breonna Taylor, and Breonna Taylor's mother, she had been working really closely with her. Then when Ali got there, he wanted to do a press conference with her. And apparently Breonna Taylor's mother called Hammer to verify who he was, and she told him not to go. And Ali came over there, and there was some sort of, and I didn't see that part. So I'm going to have to let her tell her own story because I don't want to speak out of turn. There was some sort of fight. I don't know if it was physical, verbal, I don't know. But after that, Ali wanted me and Mo to jump her. I was in Louisville. He told me and Mo to go to her house and jump her.
So they were originally with the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, and through some type of conflict, it was a split.
Yes. And now the way he put it to us was they've got a White Panther on their shirts, and they're promoting White Panther Party. And they did have a White Panther and a white fist. That's questionable. I think it's because it was on black shirts and they were trying to make it show up and make it pop. I don't really know. I can't vouch for that. All I can say is she out there doing the work. Still.
Yeah,
she was the one who put the article in the paper about him being a fraud and looked him up. She's out there with actual real Panthers from the original 6, like their Cubs. Like there's a lot of people who have vetted her. So y'all gonna have to do the work yourself.
Well, at the end of the day, sis, that article was really, really hardcore and straight to the point. You know what I'm saying?
She's the truth. She needs to be on there. There's also my sister's trying to get in. She's telling me she can't get in and keeps dropping. The whole thing that he got arrested for was not returning the rental car. This is the 4th or 5th woman in the party he's done this to. Adama Shakur is trying to get on. He did the same thing to her. Onika actually bought him a car and came back and took it once she found out that Jamila had molested her daughter in his house recently, within the past month. So that's the tough stuff we need to get to. Like, mine is just saying who he is. I don't got no personal stuff with him. But y'all need to really know his character. You need to know what he's doing to these girls. And now they all acting like they're scared to get on here. Click the link, sis. You've been talking to me about it. Y'all come to me and call me all week long. Y'all been calling me for years. Get on here and say it. That's all I got to say. Like, and I'm going to be so pissed that when I hang up this phone, they're like, oh, I was scared to talk. If you can't get on now, don't call me no more. Like, that's just how I feel about it. Either tell your story to the people, because
well,
I don't want to hear no more. I know what happened to you. Now you tell the people.
But I think psychologically, man. I don't mean to say man. My apology. I think psychologically, this man has intimidated a lot of people from speaking out, because the times that they spoke out, they became a victim even more, but on another level. They might was ostracized, looked upon as the first time somebody speak out. It appears that everybody seemed to be an agent at that point. You know what I mean? That you're an agent when you speak out against an injustice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and so they might think this is a fluke, but this ain't no fluke. Morris World TV ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Our subscribers, followers, friends, and all that is bigger than his. It's bigger than his. This channel is bigger than his. And let me tell you, if you go look at any of his videos, look at these videos, you see the numbers. We have supporters here. These are not just, we got some people that come in and just want to observe, but these are supporters here, and we ain't going nowhere. So when you got supporters, you're going to have support. You know what I'm saying? So you're welcome to come here and share your story, because at some point, you're going to have to get it out of your system. You might need some counseling. You might need to talk to a friend, but at some point you're going to have to get it out your system, because it sounds like that everybody that was a part of this at some point, they felt obligated to it, even while the injustices was going on right in front of their face. Even, and I say that to General Demira. I'm pretty sure she's seen some things and was like, well, maybe we can fix it, or maybe it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Good goodness and gracious. Look at Faith Speed. I told you, Faith, old school. She called him a moist, broke F boy. That's that old school talk that means she want to fight. Moist F boy. I tell you. I wonder where Faith speaks from. She called him moist. Daddy, you moist boy. You moist boy. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Somebody said I heard similar stories of rape. Man, goodness and gracious. Well, I'm gonna tell you, family, it's a lot of people that's gonna be on the hot seat soon. Yeah, we're gonna have a show called The Hot Seat, and it's gonna be my investigations. You know what I mean? It's gonna be my investigations. We put them on the hot seat. I'm trying to tell you. Let me show you. Let me get my demonstration done. They're going on the hot seat. I ain't playing. Sister Crystal, you're going on the hot seat. You want to research me? Okay. You're going on the hot seat. You're going on the hot seat. That's right. We're gonna see just who Crystal. We need to know you good. You're going on the hot seat. You shouldn't bother. I ain't bother you. All I ask you to be straight up. Going on the hot seat. That's right. You going on the hot seat. Yeah. Yeah. How you gonna be in a movement over 30 years old with 75 people? We struggling over here with the Moors too, but come on now. Come on now. And then the little fella talk about, you disrespect the chairwoman. The little fella. You disrespect the chairwoman. Y'all ever knows that everybody try to sound like Dr. Alli Muhammad so they can sound tough? Let me stop. Because I do like that kind of rhetoric, though. You ever notice that? Goddamn white man. And if I tell you, if the white man come up to the house, I'm going to burn the house down. I mean, not burn my house. What I supposed to say? You're supposed to say you're going to cut white throats and kill white folks. That's right. Okay. I'm going to cut white folks and kill cutthroats. They start talking like that. I'll be in the video like for real. and then they go to work, and then they go to work next day with their time card. Hey, Bob. Yeah, catch you at the water cooler. I'm killing white folks. I'll tell you, they killed Ahmaud Arbery. They killed Breonna Taylor. Then the next time they put their hand on somebody, we're going to out there in the boondocks. We're going up there where they got the pickup trucks. Say, we're going up there where they got the rebel flags. We're going to show them who a rebel is. Yeah, it was a rough night last night, Bob. Yeah, y'all too young. Y'all don't remember y'all remember to punch the time card. Had proof that the world y'all remember the time card. You gotta be my man, I'm missing some time. Man, I forgot to punch in. Can you sign my time card? Mr. Charlie, can you sign my time card? I forgot to punch it. I was here. Ask Beverly. Ask Beverly. I was here. Can you sign my time card? Uh-oh. Sister Shima in the building.
Hi.
Uh-oh. I'm a little bit nervous. Hold on. Don't come for me. Don't come for me, sis.
I promise you I won't come from you.
I just have a little bit fun. Oh my goodness.
You are so fine.
What's this?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can take too much of this, man. This brother did some damage.
Yes, sir.
So, sis, where are you from? And I see your name is Hashima, but where are you from?
Sure. I am Hashima. I ran and was a general of Tallahassee, Florida.
You close. You really, really close. Did you hold any positions in the Revolutionary Black Panther Party?
Yes, sir. I was a general. I was a general at Tallahassee, Florida, as in Revolutionary Black Party, yes, sir, as well as National Minister of Defense, as well as a driver and also recruiter.
Were you sold on the idea that this was a legitimate liberation organization?
Yes. I come from a family where we served. I have an uncle who actually was who served under Chairman Fred Hampton. We are revolutionaries, so I was very excited at the opportunity of becoming a part of Revolutionary Black Panther Party.
What year was this?
I started in September 2014.
So yeah, you've been there for a minute. When did you start to think like, this looks a little bit something not right?
Okay. That would probably start being when two things was red flags for me. One of them was when the assassination of I can't even think of her name right now, and we didn't move, we didn't deploy, we didn't have any actions for it. When the sister was killed and murdered with her son in her hand, and for some reason her name is skipping my head for right now. So Korean Games. When there was no movement with that one, not even a conversation. But also when General Hudari passed or was killed, was assassinated, the fact that we didn't make it to his funeral, the fact that we only had like maybe a half an hour conversation with his mom after the funeral, the fact that nothing that we did when we were employed every agenda that we had was never fulfilled. Nothing. Like everything seemed to be sabotaged in regards to timing, in regards to whether it was conflict in the community. Um, it was so many things that, specifically, however, when General Hudari had his funeral services. Now, when we was deployed to St. Louis, there was also another groundwork um, worker for who kind of started the foundation of Michael. What's his name? I don't know why I can't remember his names right now.
Mike,
But
Michael Brown.
Michael Brown, right? He was also murdered while he was murdered right before we were deployed to St. Louis. Maybe a day or so after General Hodari was assassinated, and all of the attention and what looked like to me, and I'm not nobody really, but what looked like to me that all the attention went to him versus our fallen soldier, which was a red flag for me. But more importantly, because I was a driver, because I was able to see things a little bit differently. I don't understand why we didn't end up doing the things that we were scheduled to do.
Oh man. So when did you decide enough was enough?
Okay, so when I decided enough was enough was, well, as I stated before, I was the general of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party in Tallahassee, Florida. In Tallahassee, Florida, there's two major universities. One of those universities is the FSU, Florida State University, as well as FAMU. And so I had the ability to recruit and work with some very beautiful women, young women, women who wanted to be in a movement, women um, who just wanted to do something. Especially this was after, several assassinations of our men folk, and they just wanted to do something. And then you had um, people, specifically Ali or whomever you guys want to call him, on this show, who talked very well, communicated very well. What I had the opportunity to see was him completely sabotage my whole chapter. Um, I don't know if it was for vagina. I haven't, I'm still trying to figure that out. If it was just because it was vagina and we didn't have a romantic relationship at all. I respected him. I revered him. I honored him. I didn't question most anything. But what I did have a conflict is that it seemed like we were doing more hurt to the people and the community than we were helping the people in the community. I felt like that, yeah, I might be feeding, clothing, sheltering, and defending our people, but I have to defend our people from our chief general in command, specifically our women, when he would congregate or fraternize with one of our young women, knowing she had a man, and then tell everybody that this man was an agent, but he wasn't an agent. You was just messing with her man, or you was messing with his woman or whatever like that. And so once I questioned that, actually I was one of the ones was just silent. So I questioned his actions because I felt like as a leader, because regardless of whether you my chief general in command, right and wrong is wrong. And I'm a leader of this chapter with these people locally, and you're not going to come in here and just tear up my chapter without me not having a say so. So when Amina said, well, that a person who has a chapter and who is maybe a general and then they can't follow command. No, I'm not going to follow command of a person who is just going to like sabotage my whole chapter, my whole community. They looking at me, not you. You never set foot in Tallahassee. I did. I'm here. I told them we were here for you, for us, for them. And then you come here and just destroy my chapter. Whether it was, I don't know if he's an agent, but apparently, or didn't know, but apparently we know tonight, right? So I just wondered what was going on. And because I wondered what was going on, because I started asking questions, then I got kind of silenced, like kind of like when you in the church and you excommunicated or you exiled. And so I'm not exactly sure if he told them I was an agent or not. I'm sure that was the rhetoric. That was
Yeah.
how things went, you know. But I didn't hear it because people respected me. People love me. You always see me. You always heard me. I'm not very confrontational unless I need to be. And so that was one of the things what I felt like that I needed to correct. I corrected with him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go all around the world and say, well, this is what's happening. So what happened is that as I realized that he had been slowly um, telling people that I was something, I don't know exactly what it was, I started hearing, and then I started hearing what happened in Milwaukee. And then once I heard what happened with Milwaukee, I knew exactly what was going on in Tallahassee. And at that point, it was just like, I don't know that. My husband and I wasn't sure that we wanted to be a part of it. We couldn't understand why a person who said he was a leader and he was there for the people, why he wouldn't be transparent, why he wouldn't be accountable for his actions, why if he couldn't control his appendages, he would say, you know what, y'all, I can't control my appendages. I need some help. Maybe somebody can help me out. That didn't happen. What happened was he would degrade them and defame them, and that to me was just like, what? What are we here for? You know? So after that, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So I just gracefully bowed out. I've had several occasions where he came and said, you know what, I really need you. We miss you. We love you. And I miss you. And I love you too. But what you stand for, I don't stand for any longer. I'm not okay with this. And unless somebody is going to stop you, because that wasn't happening. It seemed like the people that were still there in active was okay and supporting his choices. And I don't know if that's the case or not, but I just know you wasn't making a demand for him to stop because he can continue to do the same thing. Oh, if you look at every chapter, the same thing happened over. It was almost like a formula. The same things happen over and over and over and over again. And I didn't understand because I spent a lot of time with him. So for me, I thought I knew this person. And then I realized I didn't, like what you were saying earlier.
And
And when I realized I didn't, I realized I couldn't do that anymore.
and Sister Shima, and let me just cut in for a second. I want y'all all to know that I can feel Sister sincerity, and I want you to know that this, although I do bring drama, I do bring jokes. This is not a game. These are people's lives here, and you can see the emotion that comes with her telling her story. I don't want people to ever think that just because I joke sometimes, I play around sometimes, that this is a game. These are people's lives that they have dedicated under this leadership, and the people that benefited, then that's a good thing. And I'm talking about those that have been recipients of the food or the clothing drives and the things that you do in the neighborhood. That's a good thing. But to have your total emotions involved in an organization that's all about taking, and just stripping you of your humanity, because that's what's really happening. Slowly your humanity is being stripped away when you begin to accept things that is inhumane. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Treating women like a piece of meat, a piece of rag, thinking that every woman that comes there for your disposal, because that's what's going on. It's like
Or
he's
even
disposal.
or even I'm sorry, even emasculating our men when they are when they are who they are, the warriors they are, when they are defending themselves, when that trigger or their intuition tells them something is not right, and then they try to question that, and then you emasculate them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You demean them. So it's not even just taking the essence of a woman who's supposed to be your all, but also our men. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it was just got to a place where it wasn't okay with me anymore.
So when did you ultimately step off? What year was that?
Okay, so it I think it was 2017 maybe. I
Okay.
can't I can't remember exactly. I'm sorry, I don't
No, you're
remember
good. You're
exactly.
fine. You're
And
fine.
actually I did, so how it happened was, it was, I'm no longer talking to you anymore. I may or may not have been a agent. Um so like with some of my other comrades who were getting death threats and um all those other things. I didn't see those things, probably because my man is really strong too. So, and he was also a minister of defense as well. And you couldn't predict him, so you didn't know who he was. You know what I'm saying, McKean? So I wonder, I almost sure that a lot of that was a protection from him as well. Um, and and two, I didn't talk about it. This is my first time ever saying my side of the story or what I felt like had happened. So I never talked about it. I I wasn't sure if it was something I needed to talk about. Um, I didn't know what would the outcome would be if I did talk about it. And I'm always for the people, and I didn't never want to hurt my community as a result of um, talking about it. So I just bowed out gracefully. And I don't know.
Did you when you was in the party, did you witness uh other people that um was in that had some sort of conflict with how things was moving? Have you witnessed them to get ostracized? And the reason why I say that is because the brother, because I disagreed with him, and he wasn't able to get back on the show in a timely fashion. He immediately called me an agent.
Right. That was the common thing. Everybody who didn't agree was an agent, operative, the police, and so that's what you kind of knew. And so I think somebody said it before, is after they've identified somebody as being an agent, and especially since most communications was online as well, what they'll start doing is um the removing people from groups, so you're
Yeah.
not supposed to have any interactions with them. And then in the main groups, then they'll say, this is why you're not supposed to have communications with this person. So when my silence started, I didn't realize that silence were other people's and chapters was starting as well. So it didn't really started kind of coming to light until what happened, because the Milwaukee incident was a really big thing, because it wasn't just inside. It had hit the radio also. So you got a chance to see the radio, and then you be like, So now you want to see what's really going on, especially if you know what's something happening in your own chapter. So then people started kind of chattering a little bit. But everybody who left on unfavorable terms were classified as an operative or an agent. And I think even if nothing really happened, it was just so you wouldn't communicate with them, so you wouldn't continue to have that relationship with them, so that you couldn't find out what really truly happened, or didn't want to find out what really truly, like the sister who came on earlier and that was like, well, she's not supposed to talk to you. She's only supposed to relay this information.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's exactly the same things that happen in all of the rooms and everything.
How did
All
how
the
did how did people? I can't speak. Say you can speak. You can't speak for everybody else. But how did you feel about when I heard about I heard 23, and then somebody jumped it up to 26 children. Uh,
Hmm.
did that have any effect on you?
No. His family is beautiful. All of his wives are beautiful. Um, the children, we got a chance to spend time with the children. I I didn't feel any type of way about it because again, I'm just at this particular time, I'm a new baby coming out of my awareness and everything like
And
that. So for me,
I
hmm,
wanted to say, and mind you, let me say, having all them children is a beautiful thing if you're doing right by all of them. But are
right.
you able to do right by 26 children? You
I
know what
don't
I'm
know.
saying?
It
I don't
because
know either.
initially, right, I don't know. And it wasn't really like we had a whole lot of privy to what house looked like, their home looked like. Um so and nor did I feel like I needed to ask that
Right,
ask that question because somebody has stated before, I don't do research unless I feel a need to do research,
yeah, that's what I said.
so right, so if you only need to do, so for me it was like it seemed like everybody was well. It seemed like the wives were happy. It seemed like that they were supportive. It seemed like that everybody was, doing what it is that they needed to do for the family to function properly. Now, as a mandated reporter, DCFS reporter, if I felt like something differently, I probably would have had to make a mandated report. But I didn't feel or see any red flags in regards to whether children could or could not be taken care of
Right.
properly.
I wonder what exactly, and you may not know, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. What exactly did he do for a living outside of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party?
That is a good question. I don't know that answer. At
I,
all.
the reason why I say that, I think that's a very important piece of the puzzle. You know what I mean?
Right.
What
I can,
what is what he says he's a doctor, but I come to find out that that's false.
right.
That's totally false. So what marketable skill that you have outside of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party? You
See,
know.
I guess what I was thinking was that maybe kind of how like a pastor would be for
Oh, absolutely.
right, and
There's
then
nothing wrong
maybe
with
his
that if you're on the up and
wives
up.
work right, and his wives work, and it seemed like his wife. Look, he intelligent. His wives are just as bright and intelligent and very they can articulate very well as well. So I was just assumed that they had a way to be able to make money. You know what I'm saying? Maybe non-traditional. Since we were trying to come outside of the norm. You know what I mean? That maybe it wasn't maybe going into on a plantation, but maybe it was, I don't know, bitcoins or I don't know, investments or something like that. So it was something that I never really ever thought about really.
And the reason why I asked that, because in the organization that I'm a part of, because this is not the only stuff that I endeavor and and talk about, and because even in the Morris, I'm a member of the Morris Science Temple of America, and I got a bunch of people mad at me in that paradigm, because
Hmm.
I always say, if you join an organization, one of the first things you need to know from this point forward, because we need organizations. We just don't
Sure.
need. We need to be an organized people. But one of the first things that we need to know is, what do the leader do for a living, and what would he be doing without this organization? You follow what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Right. I
because
remember hearing you say that earlier in an earlier broadcast. I
yeah,
agree.
because that is going to make the determination of your leadership. What are you
Mm,
leading? How are you leading outside? If this didn't exist, how are you leading your family? How are you leading your life? What is it?
sure, sure, sure.
If
Right.
it's nothing there, then it's nothing here.
Right. 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 Right.
That's all
I
it is.
agree.
That's all it is.
Hmm.
So anything else you want to add, sis? This. I mean, you just come off so like, listen, I'm just done. I've been through it. I'm just done. Um, he's locked up now, right?
Right. I saw all of that. I do know I'm sad for his family, for that. Um because ultimately, no matter what we feel like, should have happened to him, it's a loss to them. It's a loss to
Absolutely.
Amina, and
Yeah,
I never want to see.
I
I
don't mean to
never
cut
want
you.
to see our black. I never want to see our black men in that system.
Yeah,
But I
indeed.
do, however, understand that there is choices that we make sometimes that end us up there.
But sis,
And
why would a grown man going on a half a hundred in 2019 not return a rental car?
look,
That's beyond
um,
me.
I'm almost. I don't even know if I can prove this, but I've been really, really for years. I've been thinking about it. I told you, we went to St. Louis together. I was a driver there. We went with a sister whom I absolutely adore. She rented the van. It was a 12-passenger van. I'm almost 99.9% sure that she wasn't. Um, Either given the money for the van, even though she was promised to get the money, or that the van didn't return because after
They
that
say
she
it didn't
just
return.
disappeared.
It was Grand
Hmm?
Theft Auto. It was Grand Theft Auto. And so the point that I'm making is that they had the van because she might didn't get the money back, but it was Grand Theft Auto. Nobody returned the van. But then what's the real twist is that then you don't
It happened
return the
again.
van. No, they lock you up. You get out
Yeah.
on $100,000 bond.
Hmm.
You pay $100. What fool don't go to court for something like that?
Maybe somebody who thought they won't get caught up for it.
But no, you know what I'm thinking? That this is the pullout move. That
You
just
think so?
seemed too easy. I mean, like, what they gonna do if you go to court for uh uh uh, uh not returning the vehicle? Give you a
Right.
fine? I mean, what they gonna do? Now you supposedly you're locked up with no bail and just sitting. Like,
Right.
now, many people came on here and say he's highly intelligent.
He is.
If he's
But
highly
what?
intelligent,
And why is he in the right?
if he's
Yeah.
highly intelligent, that seems like that is an exit strategy because he's held that they had that warrant since December 2019. And now it's getting heated up on social media because that's where they send
But
these
this is not the first time it was heated up, though. It's not the first time that media or people got hold to this information. As General Hanifa stated before, was 3 years ago we had this whole conversation. Well, they had it because I wasn't involved in it. I was just listening. But three years ago they had the Howard Blow or some, I forget,
was,
radio station
was you
in
was you
Milwaukee.
But
Hmm?
was YouTube on fire like it is now? And with all
I
these
would
social media networks?
I don't I would think so, but maybe not. I just know that we had this conversation before. Just like I can't understand why, for the life of me, why it's still a Revolutionary Black Panther Party with that information, with
But
the
well,
information that happened
let me tell you something.
then.
Once you come on Morse World TV, it's a wrap. It's
Okay, I
it's
believe you, sir, because I'm here.
yeah, it's a wrap. Once you come on Morse World TV, I'm gonna tell you, I've been doing this. I mean, I don't wanna talk too tough, but I've been doing this in the Moorish paradigm with fakes, frauds, and misleaders, and people that been taking people money and selling people
Hmm.
this foolishness. They gone. It's a wrap.
Right.
Many of them are
So
gone.
do you think because as Demira said, do you think that this is the final
Yeah,
show?
this is it. This is it. Due to the fact that I'm plugged into what they would call the conscious community, I'm plugged
Hmm.
into the names like Sinetta. Not saying that we are comrades or anything, but I'm plugged into.
Hmm.
Everybody know me. The Hebrews know me. The Black Power know me. The whatever, the Kemetic. All
Hmm.
of these little conscious community people know me. So now when Taaka Bay talking about it, now it's just not one sector listening. It's a whole
Hey, sis.
it's a whole group within our community. I mean, groups, massive groups that are listening. Even if they just
Hmm.
chimed in, if they never chime in again, they didn't spread the word. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
so now it's just not like that. The radio show. I want to get the guy that did the radio show out in Milwaukee. I'm gonna get him on the show. So it's just not like that. It's just not a Facebook post. It's our whole community is seeing this now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
And we need that because we need to be healed. You know, I read some of the comments from the first two shows that you did, and it's a lot of us still hurting as a result of it.
absolutely.
Um, and it's nothing more than the fact that for me specifically, going into the community and people saying General Hashima and all I'm thinking of is, dang, you know, I came out here, and not that I don't do the work, I just do it as Hashima, not General Hashima or not RBPP's Hashima. But, you know, just to, so they, you know, because they was like, every time, I think we talked about it, when people see armed people all in black, it's just like, dang, there go my people, boy, you know, and then now we're not there, you know, so that alone is painful, and not to mention all the comrades we done lost as a result of it. Some of them because they still stuck on, you know, this leader, and other ones because they like, dang, I can't believe I fell for that.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think that the true ones need to step up. You know what I mean? I don't know if it would be under the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, but I think the true ones need to step up and do something. You know, keep it. Find out the checks and balances on how to keep it official, because we need this in our community. I think we need all, like, it's in the more science simple America, we say it's enough work for all to do. So we need
Right.
every part of people in our community playing a part, playing a role towards the liberation of our people. You know what I mean?
Right.
We need the preacher. People may don't like church, but that may be a stepping stone. If you know, nowadays in this social this what they call it conscious community type of thing, people they real hard on the church. They real hard on the church. Oh, the church ain't do this, the church ain't do that. But what people don't understand is that sometimes if you think the church ain't this, ain't that, sometimes the church is a stepping stone to the next level. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you think that the Black Panther Party ain't this, ain't that, sometimes that's the stepping stone to that. Or the more science, simple American Nation of Islam. Some of these things are stepping stones, and we need all of these stepping stones. So I want to say to you and everybody else who is listening, don't give up on the organized effort. That's how they beat.
We about done with that.
No, that's how we get defeated, though. I'm not saying jump on the next thing smoking, but that's how we get defeated, because the European is well organized. This plan right here was hatched from organized efforts.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
I hear you.
I think you should heal first. No, heal first. Heal
right,
first.
Right.
And regroup and then consider it. But these Europeans, these types of things is a well organized effort to destroy any attempt for us to liberate ourselves.
I definitely agree with you there. I know that wouldn't be under that name specifically. I think that name has caused too much damage in the communities. And so I agree that I feel like that you don't stop the work, you don't stop organizing, you don't stop mobilizing, you don't stop, you know, supporting your community, giving to your community, educating your community. I completely 100% agree with that. And I just have to figure out, I guess for me, how I could, you know, make that community based. So for me, what I did was, me and my husband did was, we went within and started organizing our family and just started working towards our family, and, you know, working towards making sure our generations, you know, we educating our children, our grandchildren,
that's
you know, and things like that. And then maybe later, after we've healed, because I'm telling you, I'm still hurt. I'm so still hurt, especially after hearing all of this all over again. It's just really, yeah.
But
So,
your story, I'm telling you, it's some young sisters that have reached out to me that is really, really won't even come on here. You know, I've heard their story, but you know, they got a few things pending. Their experience that what they had to endure They say, I'll tell you, but I'm really not in no shape to come on the show. I'm like, that's cool, you know, because there's so many other people that will come on, such as yourself, but you actually are giving them hope. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
there is life after
Mhm.
Revolutionary Black Panther Party. And to some people that don't understand, when you are invested in something emotionally for your people, it can take a toll on you when someone
Mhm.
takes advantage of that. When someone takes advantage
Right.
of that, and then you
Eh,
only a freedom fighter will understand that. So if people
Right.
watching and they have not been on the front line of freedom fighting, whatever it is, whether it be church, Nation of Islam, Black Power groups, whatever, if you've never been in it, then you don't understand the emotional toll that it can take on you when somebody crosses or
Right.
take your trust for granted.
Right. And if I may say something really quick to all of the survivors of RBPP, and especially those that were sexually abused, sexually taken advantage of, sexually had misconduct toward them, I believe you. I believe your story. I hear you. I feel you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I wasn't there for you. I'm so sorry that you didn't personally tell me your story. But I know in my heart that it happened. And please forgive us for the sisters that didn't hear you, for the sisters that you felt like you couldn't talk to. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. But I'm here now. We're here now. And you don't have to go through none of this by yourself because we believe you.
100.
So
100.
you see how beautiful that sister is, and imagine how much work we could have done together had we not been told to ostracize each other.
Indeed. So I'm gonna yield the floor to you, sis, and I think that's amazing. But don't go nowhere, Sister Ashima. General Dama, did you have something you want to share before we get out of here?
Yeah, I need to clear up two things. One, earlier I said something clearly that I should not have said. I ruffled some feathers. So I don't ever want to link Jamal and Ali in the same category. They are not. Jamal doesn't beat women. He doesn't molest women. What I meant by that was when there's a man in a position of power, women are going to flock to them in the same way, is what I meant. In no way am I ever saying Jamal's a bad guy because he's been there for me. I think earlier in the show, I don't know if you heard it, I said, I know he cares about his people because he immediately bailed out a member of RBPP when Ali wouldn't.
My only reason for being here has been in support of Jamal. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm lumping him in the same category as Jamal at all. I think we were talking about Jason and I accidentally said Jamal instead of Jason is two J's. Please forgive me for that. He is not, nor has he ever been the same as Ali. So I want to make that clear. Also, Grand Sheik, I just sent you a picture. Could you put that on the screen share that? Because there's somebody in the chat.
What is that? Let me see.
So Miss Higgs that's coming from me. Let me just say this. We know that's Jamila, okay? Can you put that up to show who she really is? And family, I want you to know that when somebody's going for you on a personal level, rather than even when you're doing the work, you got to look at their heart condition. I'm gonna just tell you, sis, you need to heal. But this gonna show you ain't about your people. I told you to not come from me. I told you.
Oh
So
man, what we
don't
hold
put
up,
up.
hold up, hold up. I don't know what I'm looking at yet. Hold up, hold up.
Let me say this. First of
Oh, hold up, sis. Let me share this with you. I see. I want to make sure that we. Go ahead, sis. Let me bring it up. Go ahead, sis.
I can't hear you.
Oh, she can't hear me.
I can't hear her.
Yeah, I definitely want to show this picture. So, family, I was going to actually leave this alone, because I didn't want to. I can't hear you, sis. Your mic went out. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
No.
Go out and come in. Go out and come in. Go out and come in. Go ahead. Go out and come in. They messing with you. It's all right. But I really wasn't going to. Yeah, can't nobody hear you. So I really wasn't going to do this because I didn't want to give her any attention. Okay. I can't hear you. Go out and come back in. Go out. Okay. So I really wasn't going to do this because I didn't want to give her no attention, but Dr. Ali or Hubert, his sister has been reaching out to me, talking really, really, really crazy. I've been had information on her, but she's just been going off the chain crazy, making these false allegations. They're going to expose me. I'm just goofy stuff, the same stuff that they do. I don't pay that stuff no mind. In fact, it would be best just to, and I would advise most people, like, if you ain't living right, just fall back and let things die down. And then, just live in the private sector. Don't be in the public, because you got too much nonsense that is going to come out and make you look crazy at the end of the day. But General Demir, are you there?
I'm here. Now y'all are always coming.
So we didn't hear nothing you were saying, sis.
Okay, so y'all heard my apology, Jamal. Everybody heard that?
We heard that part. And after that, nothing.
Screen share. So anytime you have somebody that they're going for you personally, not what you're doing, not your character, but what you look like and stuff like that, that show that ain't really for their people. But this damn show gonna show it. Put it up there. This is her and her man. Let's zoom that in. That's her own post about she don't care if she dating a white man. Now that's the one. Scroll down that's calling me look like I look like a man. You look like Flavor Flav. Get out of here, sis. You sound like Ja Rule auditioning to be Fred Sanford. You sound like you smoke Benson and Hedges all day long. Don't come for me. You're a hot mess.
Let me say this. This is the same one that's been in my inbox. I actually blocked her on IG as well as on Facebook. I don't know if she's in the chat right now, but I'm gonna block her on here too if you tell me her name. But anyway, she been at me all day talking crazy. I even was gonna allow her to come on the show, but she never showed up. She said, "Think who was the first woman to have a white baby? Do you research before you respond? Everyone seems to be okay with interracial relationships until it's a black woman dating outside of our race. That's how you see it. That's what you think, but we all black. Do your research before you respond. I am living proof. My Facebook friends gave me such a hard time, but he makes me happy, so I don't care what no one thinks." And that is
we know, baby, and that's the one saying I look like a man. Girl, sis, kill yourself, kick rocks, check this out.
So this is the one that she's going to expose everybody, but here she go right here. That is what was her name in the chat? What was her name in the chat? Ivory. That's right. Her name was Ivory. Y'all remember Ivory? Let me come on. This is Ali's sister. Black power, everybody. Black power. Okay. There you go.
She is in the chat right now is Higgs, Cockroach Higgs, or something Higgs. She's in there right now coming for me. But just understand, as far as the wig goes, it's not what's on top of my head, it's what's in it that makes me a revolutionary. And I love my people. And even after you drug me, if you needed me, you could come to me today and I'd still be there for you. That's how I know you ain't shit. First thing I try somebody look at yourself. Flav, just go ahead and say, yeah, boy, for me one time. And you sound like Oscar the Grouch. Don't come for me. With your white man, we know you don't care about your people. I look like a man to you. Look at you, girl. Bye. Don't come for me. Now, you couldn't beat me on my worst day. Girl, please.
Yeah, so she really, really thirsty for attention. She was definitely in my inbox and talking all crazy. I'm like, man, listen, I ain't got time. I'm good. Block you. And that's what sometimes you gotta just learn to just say, well, this ain't good for the conversation piece. You know what I mean? But this is a real good for the conversation, because this look crazy. This look crazy, man. This is going to be going spring. Now, this ain't going spring. This is a person that claims to be in the Black Power movement to liberate our people, but go home and lay down with the European, but scream Black Power on the front line. That's a contradiction in itself. That's a contradiction. That's a total contradiction. My thing is, I don't have no problem with interracial dating. It ain't my thing. I would never do it. But it ain't.
Me.
I don't have no problem with it. I say to each his own. Do whatever you want to do, but you can't scream Black Power and fight for the injustices that's perpetrated against us by white supremacy and go home to a European.
Right.
You can't do that. Now, if you was just a regular Joe Blow and you ain't got a horse in the race and you marry European and hey, dude, that's you. But once you start talking about the red, the black, the green, and Garvey don't represent nothing that you stand for in your private life, nah, get out of here. It's a wrap. Yeah. But anyway, whew, this tough one here. She said, okay, what y'all say? He loves me. She said, he loves me. You can say what you want. So anything you want to say to take us out, General? And man, here we go. Hold on one sec.
Don't come from about it. Don't, because I got receipts on everybody, including Ali that was talking about he didn't want me. I just stuff like that. But I got. Don't try me.
Hold on, one second. Hashima, don't go nowhere because I'm gonna let you get I want you to take us out and close us out. But let me get 1 second real quick. I'm gonna let you close us out. I appreciate your coming through. And I know you keep mentioning your husband, and he might say, "Babe, what you doing, babe?"
He ain't saying that, but he's probably in the comments someplace.
I salute him, man. I salute him.
Because we kept going back and forth on whether I was going to do this or not, or whether he was going to join me or what. And so definitely, he's probably in the comments making sure that I'm not getting any death threats right now or something like that.
Well, if he is, I salute him. I'm a
and
family
he salutes you. He's like, I'm loving him.
Yeah, I'm a family man, so I love the family unit. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love that. Like my wife got to put up with me doing this stuff, scream. Matter of fact, we had a house meeting tonight. So you be screaming till 1 a.m. She said like me, but I get excited. So with that being said, I also got I think who is that? Mo. I think Mo Black. Mo Black says she wanted to come and say hello. Y'all want to see Mo Black before we let Hashima take us out? I just sent the link. Mo Black, when I come up here with all that bad foul language up here, Mo Black put Mo Black on the sideline. That's right. So, family, do y'all think that we can get this together? I think we got enough real people that we can get this back together. But it's going to take some healing though.
Right.
You know what I want to do? I want to do maybe midsummer. I want to do a holistic healing retreat in Atlanta. And I want to see if everybody would like to come. I know some qualified professionals where we can just vent and get this energy out of us, enjoy the wilderness, and ain't none of no nonsense. But I just think those who have experienced this, they need holistic cleansing of the mind. And I definitely would love to bring a couple holistic therapists in and some meditation specialists in and some how to eat right and just do some workshops. I'm really with that. So with that being said, hold up. Y'all be quiet. Mo Black here. Y'all watch out for a minute. Let me see if I can. How you doing, Mo Black?
Black Power, Grand Sheik.
Peace and love.
I love you, Mike. I love you, Grand Sheik.
I love you too, sis. How you doing?
I'm good.
Hey.
I've been now doing my laundry.
Oh yeah.
So I missed the show, but I'm gonna go back and rewind it, and I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna call you or text you and tell you what I think about this. Okay.
Hey, but don't be too hard on me. Did you see the show earlier?
Oh, baby, what? You took my fancy with that one. Oh my God. I got to call you. We got to chit chat. You got to spill some more tea sheet. Because I know you know more than what you're telling. I know you know more than what you're telling, man. I'm telling you that. I know you.
Hey, sis, what I do is I sit back, I wait for them to come for me. I told you what I do. I sit back and I wait for you to come for me. And when you come for me, I'm gonna bring out the big guns. Leave me alone. I think all of these compromised people should just fall back. Because listen, family, at the end of the day, Mo Black, Hashima, and General Demir, at the end of the day, I want y'all to know that the battle for the hearts and minds of our people is played through this camera now. It's not played on the grassroots level, walking the streets no more. That is after they use this camera to recruit. Social media is the new recruiting tool. I'm telling you, it's once you get to the point where you're passing out leaflets again, you know what I'm saying? That's when you'll be able to be intimate and know who people are. When you know what I mean by intimate, you get to know who people really are. When you go knock on doors, you go to shake hands. But long as recruiting is done through this lens right here, you're going to have them people involved. And while them people is involved, they'll be able to direct the course of which way they want it to go. And this is how Ali and Grandmaster Jay, they did most of their recruiting through this lens. They didn't go on no neighborhoods. They did it through this lens right here. And so because they did it through the lens, they should be exposed through the lens. From here on out, you better know it. And if anybody want to join a freedom fighting group, if you join through this lens right here, you better let them allow you to vet them. That's for sure. Somebody, you have to find somebody to vouch for. That's if you recruit through this lens. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, most of the freedom fighting groups, when you look at the Black Panther Party, that came from neighborhood participation. It wasn't just people coming together all over. These was neighborhood people that was concerned. And they was intelligent. These was college-educated brothers. Most of them. And you got, and I got a record too, but you got people that are former criminals and criminals while they still active. I can see if you reformed, half of these people are not even reformed and trying to lead a revolution. Yes. Mo Black, the floor is yours, Mo Black. And then General Demir and Sister Sheen will go take us out with a closing thought.
Okay, let me say something right quick. The brother that was on there earlier said something, and it threw me all the way out. But I had heard what he said before, but it kind of had me shook for a minute. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm gonna say this. Because I said I wasn't gonna come on here no more. I wasn't gonna talk no more because it's a whole rabbit hole. You see what I'm saying? And it's deeper than what I thought it was. Okay?
Right.
So at the end of the day, I feel like this. You either stand for something or you die for nothing. And we gonna all die one day. And I was born a revolutionary, and I'm gonna keep doing this shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been doing good. I was doing good. Okay. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna keep being me. And like I said, if they come for me, then they just come for me. But I'm gonna continue to serve the people. I'm gonna continue to take care of these little regular little rugrats. I'm gonna do that. And ain't nobody gonna censor me. Ain't nobody gonna shut me up. Because at the end of the day, it's people like this that we need to weed out the community.
That's right.
We got to start with us first before we can get to the next level. And that's just, I mean, it is what it is.
I agree.
Even that Snake Hubert taught me that. Even that Negro said that. That nigga said that. It's gonna be a whole lot of eye people that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep talking because I'm gonna start cursing. I've been doing good, Grand Sheik. I ain't cursing. I ain't cursing. I've been working on it.
You doing
That's
good.
why I missed the show, because I've been working on it.
That's good, but don't miss the show to work on that. You come on the show and work on it. We give you 1.5 cusses for 2 hours. That's all you get, 1.5.
But I ain't saying but one this time.
I know you're doing good, sis. You're doing good, sis. And I can't wait to bring
I'm
y'all
working
back.
on
I
it.
think because I want to follow up and make sure everybody is doing good and being prosperous and successful. You know what I mean? Come around as we ain't finished yet. We got a whole host of people that got something to say now. We ain't finished yet. So we're gonna be in this for a minute. With that being said, General Demir, can you give us some closing thoughts? And we're gonna let Sister Ashima take us out. I think that was a beautiful closing thought before, but we just went full circle again, so I got to bring her back again.
Okay, I just wanted to say, General Hashima, you know how close you and I used to be back in the day. It's so good reconnecting with you. And as you said earlier, you know, we are all survivors of this. And I think the aftermath has forced us to really look at it for what it was. So I'm so glad to reconnect with you and your husband and Bruce and his wife and just the whole family. So we all see it for what it is. And I'm so proud of you for that you're doing the work. And you're just a beautiful sister. I love you, love you, love you. General Mo. Black Power. Me and you ain't never fell out of touch. We talk every day. You know you my girl, you know I love you. So I think, like as Grand Sheik was saying, what are we going to do next? I do feel like the name of this party has been tainted, but this mission has to keep going. And I know that you are two ladies who have kept it going. So I just
what we gonna do next? We gonna keep doing what the fuck we been doing. We gonna keep pushing for the people. What kind of question is that? Whether we with or formation or not. I when I started doing it, I've been doing this. I've been doing this. And I didn't have no formation. I just thought the formation was going to put me on a larger platform. You know what I'm saying? So I could expand and get some schooling and some teaching on some revolutionary. I can do that shit myself, man. We on it, man. Look, come on, man. Come on, bro. We can do that shit ourselves. What you mean? What we going to do? We going to keep doing what we do. You live in the hood, I live in the hood. You still gonna feed them kids in the apartments and the grown people. I'm still gonna feed the kids and the grown people. We still gonna clothe them. We still gonna get I'm still gonna get a little runaway children somewhere to stay. You know, they mammoth send the police to my house. I get so sick of this shit. But we still help them with homework. I'm still gonna do that. What you mean? What we gonna do?
So that was
trying to take it to another level? I don't know. I thought that's what Ali was for. You know what I'm saying? But clearly that shit went to hell. Okay, so we keep doing what we doing. Even if it's one person or two or 3 or 4 kids that we make a difference. If they listen, then we done did our job, man. Come on.
Right.
You know how this go.
Exactly. We're making the same point.
Can't be saved. We can't save the world. That was my problem. I want to save the world. I want to save all the kids. That ain't how they go. It ain't gonna work like that.
That's right.
So you say the ones you can, as long as you hear it. That's what you do, and you keep it pushing.
That's right. Well, sis, with that being said, I just meant from the audience's standpoint. There have been 7 or 8 shows now collectively talking about this, and now that we have all this information, I want the audience to know, as you just put it for us, we're gonna keep it moving. You know, we're still gonna
look. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. The comments is on this look. I'm gonna say it again. You can say some of them, but you can't say all of them. Well, even with all the information and all the comrades that done step forward, you see what I'm saying? With all the dissecting that Grand Sheik Taharka Bay done showed, with all the wisdom that Grand Sheik Akhenaten Bey done put out here, they still saying, And they still turn us down, saying we lying, we this and we. Girl, motherfuck this shit.
Good goodness and crazy. Look,
hell?
Hey, we gotta wrap up. Mo, to your point. No, you good, Mo. Let me say this. But to your point, right? To your point, you have people right now that is rallying around. Give me 1 second. You have people right now. Let me do this real quick. I want to show you something. If I can do it real quick. Let me just. Man, I don't want to. I'm going to do it like this, man. All right.
What? I'm looking for my.
All right, check this out. You have people, like you just said, Mo Black. You have people right now. Listen to this. Watch this. Let me show this to you real quick. This is an emergency. Chief was arrested earlier tonight. That was yesterday or the day before. They have them locked up right now, and we don't know his bond. We all know the chief had been a major target, and he stole a van. They took out the General Ayaziwa. I don't know anything about that. We saw all that. The ops are doing. We need to act right now and get him out. This is serious and a dangerous situation that he's in right now. We need to start raising as much money as we can. We don't know his bond yet. And I just left it right there because I don't want you to see the name of it. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, do you see
Grand Sheik.
Do you see how blind people are? They're not even looking at
Grand Sheik.
Yes,
Grand Sheik. Look, I already know they came out of one of the rooms, okay? I don't know which one because I removed myself from all of them. Okay. But I'm going to tell you this. This is the tactic. This is what they do. And you clearly displayed that it's no bond. They know that. But it's money. It's about money.
This is what I was about to say. And
they've been playing that card for years.
These people are master manipulators, master hustlers of their own people. And it's clear, you know what I mean? If I put the research here and I show you that officially that there is no bond, I show you that officially that this guy is locked up for something that he did in 2019 that no one could stop. No one could stop. And that
Grand Sheik, I told you when I was in the truck with him going to Louisville, we got pulled over. I didn't know that the truck had been reported stolen, man. The same scenario, the rental truck. I ain't even gonna call the comrade name, but she had to press charges on the man about the rental truck. Now this was just about how long ago was it, baby? About 4 months ago when we went to Louisville. So guess what? You gonna see that arrest record again because they ain't hit him with, well, you might not because this nigga a whole op.
But no.
And then you said he was in contact with the police then or the sheriff then, right?
And he had a warrant then.
Yes.
Yeah.
They asked for my ID. It was a state trooper. I gave him my ID. He came on the driver's side of the truck because I was driving. I gave him my ID. He told Hubert to hold up. Hubert was steady walking toward the truck. He was about 3 feet in front of the truck because he was on the phone with somebody. He was walking off. But when he saw the state trooper pull up, he started walking back toward the truck. This cracker got his hand on the gun, man, telling the man to stop. He constantly walking toward the truck like he fucking bulletproof. Now I'm panicking. I'm telling him, hold up, man. I lied. I said, that's my husband. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm freaking out because my baby in the truck and his baby in the truck as well. You know what I'm saying? So he walks on the passenger side. Hubert did. The state trooper walks around to where Hubert is. Hubert passed him. He asked for his ID. He went in his wallet. I don't know what he gave him.
And
I did not see what he gave him.
hey, Mo Black,
I'm
let me
not
say
gonna
that.
lie about
Let me
this.
say this, Mo
But
Black.
when I got out the driver's side of the truck, because they was at the back of the truck so long, and I'm thinking to myself, man, pull yourself together. You the MOD, man. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be back there protecting that man. I go to the back of the truck, these folks chopping it up, man.
Hold up, Mo Black. Stop right there. This is what I was talking about earlier. I was talking about this earlier. I said that, you know, he had a warrant. He had a warrant. Now, him having a warrant and being pulled over, we all know what protocol is. They're running your name. And for him to be able to talk to the people and walk away when he had a warrant shows me that this taking of that vehicle was the setup for a later date when they was ready to pull him out. And this is the opportune time now to pull him out. And notice that these ops, they always get what I will call a punk felony. A punk felony, it will stop you from participating in gun formations or owning a gun. That way you can tell the people, I got a felony, I can't be with this no more. And now you go your separate way. They give you a punk felony. I mean, come on. It's a felony to drive to not turn a rental car in. Grand Theft Auto. It's a felony. Grandmaster Jay, he get the punk felony for turning around and shooting a gun. He's not going to jail, but guess what? Now he can tell his memberships, you know, I can't do this no more because I have a felony. Now they start to Grandmaster Jay is going to be some old spiritual guru type person with some fugazi religious teachings, and the brother, he going back to whatever country he really from. Yeah. He getting out of here. But Mo Black, what you say, Mo Black?
Grand Sheet. Can you hear me?
Yes, indeed.
My license suspended, man.
I
ain't never had no license. I'm 46 years old. I refuse to get some because a white man can't tell me what to do. If I want to go get them, I go get them. I ain't gonna go get them because you said I gotta go get them. But I ain't never had none. Okay, so my license is suspended. Okay, and this man know that, and he had me drive that truck to Louisville, Kentucky. But like I said, when I first got out here, you know what I'm saying? I put myself in that situation, so I can't completely put that on Hilbert because I knew my license was suspended. However, what I did know, that motherfucking truck was stolen. Now, if I had known that truck was stolen, I didn't know that till I got back. Had I known that truck was stolen, I was on my way to Kentucky, and that state trooper, that white boy pulled us over, I would have kicked Hubert ass.
Hey, Mo Black, did y'all drive off with a stolen car?
Huh?
How y'all get home?
I didn't drive. Man, the chick that he was fucking with drove that motherfucker back. I made it to Louisville and that motherfucker, he tried to get me to drive back. I told him no. She got license, had her ass to drive that motherfucker back. She the only one in the truck that got license. She caught a flight there. Okay? She caught a flight there. Wasn't nobody in the truck but me, Hubert, my baby, and his daughter drove there. But two comrades came in on the flight. So me, Hubert, his daughter, my son, and the two comrades that came in on the flight went back in the truck. He gonna ask me to drive. Motherfucker, if I do, the truck won't move. Swear to God. And she got license. What the fuck I look like?
So you ain't got no license, pulled over, he got a warrant, go back and talk to the police, and y'all drive off in a stolen vehicle.
Man, didn't even run the name.
And this man ain't no agent.
I'm assuming now. I'm just assuming he didn't run the name. Because if he had ran our name, Shit.
That's protocol.
What?
For a state trooper, that ain't. I mean, city police might keep it moving. That's protocol for a state trooper. That's protocol for a state trooper. State troopers don't play with you. They one step away from the military.
You know them big thick white boys that look like they chew tobacco with them big old hats on. You know what I'm saying? Look like they got a bowl sitting on top of their head with the stripe down the side of the pants. Some motherfuckers are state troopers. I looked at the car. I said, Lord have mercy. I'm all the way down here in Kentucky, home of the motherfucking Klan, Jesus Christ. And I don't even fuck Jesus. I don't even praise Jesus. What am I going to do, Lord?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro.
I couldn't even call on the ancestors. I got sidetracked. I started calling on Jesus. Shit. I didn't know what the fuck to do.
Oh my goodness.
Shit. I got thrown off, Grand Sheet.
Hey, boy,
I thought it was the end of the road.
Hey, boy, I love you. Bro. Hey, Bo.
But human came through.
Is that human?
I'm glad that nigga pulled that Trump card because my ass was
grass. Hey, Bo Black, we gonna get out of here right now. I gotta get.
All right, I love you, Grand Sheik. And tell Grand Sheik, Akhenaten Bay, I love him too with his smart wisdom having ass. I like y'all.
I appreciate you, sis. Let me get Sister Shima here to take us about, man. Oh my goodness, man. Good goodness. Thank you, General Demira.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for inviting General Hashima up in here. But General Hashima, can you get us some words of wisdom to take us up out here?
Is it? Am I on?
Yes, you are.
Hey, thank you for having me. First of all, thank you for also having this platform for us to be able to at least even just kind of tie things together. At least it did for me, timelines, events, questions answered that I didn't necessarily have answered, but also for opportunity to heal. Opportunity. People don't realize that you can't heal unless you are able to actually bring truth to things. And it was very difficult to bring truth because everything was so hush-hush. It was agent activity, operative activity. If you ask questions, if you just wanted to know the truth, it was operative. And so this gives us the opportunity to heal. One of the things I would suggest is what works for me is one, healing myself first. And by healing myself is forgiving myself for not seeing the red flags, for not listening to my intuition, for not even hearing my elders when they said, do you think something odd about that? And then also healing and also forgiving each other. Tiffany, I'm so sorry that I didn't, or Jenna, Demira, that I had cut the ties and cut the lines. Part of it was just simply because I didn't know what else to do. I knew what protocol was. I didn't want to ruffle the feathers any more than I already had. And so I'm sorry, but any person that I personally injured in thinking that I was doing what was right, in regards to the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, even to Ali's or Hubert's or whomever's family, if you felt like I was wrong in any way, any manner, I apologize. My only task or intentions in this is for myself to heal, for my family to heal, and for my community to heal. And I know that I can only do that by truth and by honesty and by just making a decision just to do the right thing. And the right thing is being honest. And so please forgive me and all of that. And thank you again so much for having me. And oh, wait a minute, let me get my king some my man, thank you so much, baby, for having my back. I know you did, and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Big guy, you the man. You the man. That how my wife do me. I be feeling so good. She pick me up. Sometimes I say I'm the people's grand sheep. She's like, you the people's grand sheep.
Yeah.
I be like, yeah, I'm the people's grand sheep. So salute to the love that we share as a people, starting at home first and spreading out.
Yes.
And Mo Black, I hear, I think I be hearing bro in the background, but if that bro in the background, tell him I say salute. I hear him back here. Tell him I don't want no trouble. I mean, he can come talk to the grand sheep. No, let me get Mo started really.
My husband ain't playing. Mine a Black Sheep song from Chicago, so he wasn't never trying to really do nothing. He saw through it from the beginning. So he was like, he got mad when he met him. He was like, this little nigga. He was so mad. He was like, oh no. He's like, you on these calls, you need to be in there cooking. And I'm like, yes, sir. Well, he never been happy about it.
But I wanna thank all of y'all for coming through, family. We be back tomorrow, and I encourage y'all to watch tomorrow because Jamal say he got to bring some new receipts so he can put the nail in the coffin about them calling him an agent. And he say he's coming with the big guns, like Big Pun tomorrow. So we're gonna see what he got.
Grand Sheik.
Indeed, what's up, Sid?
I got a question.
Oh my goodness. Let's go.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
When we gonna get on Crystal Fugazi ass? Cause she ain't right either.
Crystal gonna be
on. And what?
He been on them.
She fugazi as hell too. How you co-signing? First of all, she a woman first. She's supposed to be. I'm assuming that she is. I don't know what she got down there. But I'm just saying. She a woman first. How you co-signing for this man? And goddamn me, you sit here acting like you don't know what's going on. And these women, we constantly stepping up, not only the women, but the brothers too, talking about being victimized. And your ass sitting here acting like you got Alzheimer's and amnesia.
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
No, but Mo Black, I think that is a point of concern because one thing I've always noticed that if
maybe she don't know. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she don't know.
Well, that was the purpose of her coming on the show.
Fall off the motherfucking turnip truck last night. Okay.
Mo,
amen.
I love you, Mo. We gotta go now, Mo.
Okay.
I love you, lady. Black power.
You wanted her to have cuss words to shut us down.
And you too, Queen. Whoever you are.
Y'all missed each other at the party. You came in right after she left. Y'all missed each other.
So
you came in the party with Black right after she left.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we are going to have a holistic healing something this summer, and I want everybody to show up for a retreat. That's it, and we all meet each other. Can we make it happen?
Let me know, cause I hit that slab in a minute, Grand Sheik, and I ain't got no. I don't give a fuck. I pull up in a minute. I will. I love hitting the highway. I ain't got no license.
She gonna hit the slab in a minute. You just an OG all the way through and through. Peace and love, family. I appreciate you. So, family. Oh, that would happen here. So, family. This is one for the record books. Where's my bro at, man? What happened to my bro? My bro was in here. You know what I mean? What happened? So this is one for the records books, but we gonna have I think tomorrow gonna be a fire one too. I think I don't know. I think it's gonna be a fire one, but I think we're making a lot of progress with sisters and brothers being able to come and say being able to express their experience. And I think it's a really beautiful thing that this platform even exists. I think it's a beautiful thing that this platform exists. We actually have fun, but we also provide a resource to get this mess out of your system. So with that being said, I got my brother, the assistant grand sheik and the national, the assistant national representative of the Moorish Science Temple of America, brother Akhenaten and Salam Bey in the building. Peace, brother. You getting big reviews on Moorish World TV, brother. You a wise ASS Akhenaten. That's what she said.
That's what I heard.
I didn't say it because I ain't using no bad language in the mildest form, but I had to say what she said. You's a wise donkey or something. She said. Salute, Grand Sheik. How you doing?
Islam Morris is well, magnificent and majestic. Excited about this this program, Grand Sheik. You doing the work, the therapeutic work, and I just want to give a heavy salute to your guests that were there here tonight. That was very healing. Honors to the general and to Hashima for really coming out, and because this is how they keep us in array, disorganized, keep us under the spell, if you will, by us not talking about it. So Hashima was right on point that, having this as an opportunity, and thankful for the encouragement of the general to encourage her to come and get on this platform so that everybody can really hear it. If you expose what has happened to you, and Grand Sheik in the Moorish Science Temple, we talk about truth as being the remedy. And this is part of the healing process, is to tell your truth. Tell what happened so nobody else will be able, no other person can be fooled. And don't be hard on yourself. This is part of the experience, Hashima. Don't be hard on yourself. Anybody else that's going through it, all of us at some point in our lives, we get into a situation where, we feel like, yeah, we should have done better. We should have peaked that a long time ago, right? But that's just what it is. That's a part of the growth. Now we have more experience into being able to listen to that inner voice that's always talking to us. That's the part of, that's the reason why we have these experiences, to strengthen that, so we could hear and listen to that inner voice more appropriately, and more acutely, I should say, or be more sensitized to it. And then now the work is healing yourself and being able to reach out to other people who need that healing. And there's nobody that can really be a part of that healing better than you. You and I can't do it, Grand Sheik, like that. You know what I mean?
That's right.
People have to hear it because you went through that experience. We didn't go through that experience like that, And I'm glad you're calling for that healing retreat. I think it's, real critical. As I say, Grand Sheik, and of course, as always, like to rise and give praise to Allah, honors to a prophet, honors to the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, honors to you for putting together this platform. We didn't know how it was going to turn out, but Allah is something, to lead us to where this healing can happen, and just glad that, you followed through with the spirit to lead you, allow it to lead you to go through and trust it enough to put yourself out there like that, to make sure that this is a platform for them. You started out, a lot of people didn't agree with you. They were coming at you. They still coming at you in spite of all the information you brought out, man. So it all just turns out for good when we all look at it, how this is the time now for us to expose. Remember, as I said, the movie that's come out about Fred Hampton, the Black Judas and the Black Messiah, new information about Fred Hampton Jr. and the person O'Neill coming out and verifying that he was definitely an informant and got way up there in the ranks right beside him. So we shouldn't feel bad, that it happened before. But it is a testament to say that, okay, we got to be more sharper for this and be able to look for more of the signs and not ignore it, and be willing to have the courage to stand up and vet it, vet that information. And that's how we stop it. We can't let, there's more information about Malcolm X. And we've seen that, how the COINTELPRO, it ain't stopped. But one thing we should not do, and I'm glad you encouraged this, Grand Sheik, we should not allow them to stop us from organizing. That's what Hoover, Edgar Hoover, he would be really smiling about this right now, that he put this into place, and see us come to a point where we lose faith in what we supposed to do. One of the truest original Black Panthers was Kwame Ture, aka Stokely Carmichael. And he always talked about what? Organize, 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 right? And that's all we used to be about. It's to be a life about organizing. Don't let them stop that, because otherwise we have let them win the game. So that's what I have to say, Grand Sheik. Let's get that therapy going. I hope everybody is listening and willing, and especially with this new thing, that's this event that they're promoting, all organizations, I guess, and a lot of them, of course, come from the new Black Panthers. A lot of their formations are getting together here in Atlanta for June 19th. We got to have healing on the table, not just bringing the guns, because we see what the guns get us, right? It's not about that. We got to have the higher weapon is about building character. This is all about. When you look at all these people that the Grand Sheik has exposed, it's really a lack of character. And we should be about building character again. That's the real weapon. Character. All right. Absolutely. Islam, Grand Sheik.
Absolutely. And I just want to add on just a bit. Definitely appreciate you, bro. I'm the Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Brother Akhenaten is the assistant Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I'm telling you now, get yourself a friend that you can trust, a friend that ain't going to lie to you, a friend that is going to be transparent, and you can be transparent with, and you can be transparent with the people.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Never ever, if a person cannot be transparent with you as a leader, then there's no way that you should allow that person to be your leader. And if you are in an organization, you should be able to have someone that you can confide in at any given moment, where they're going to give you the raw. Not no sugarcoat, not no somebody being drug around by like a big old elephant with a little teeny chain around his ankle. No, you're going to need people to give you the real, and you're going to have to chop it up with real people. So I keep myself grounded with brothers like Akhenaten and competent, intelligent people. I mean, keep some competent, intelligent people around you. Other than that, those who think that the reason why these agents get played out on Moorish World TV is because they think they're smarter than everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I say this to everybody: never think that you're more intelligent than the next person. Always give the person the benefit of the doubt that they are intelligent until they show you otherwise. Going in, see people as intelligent. An agent, a narcissist, and a person that's built up off of ego and vanity, he comes in or she comes in believing that they're automatically smarter than the next person. You see? And that becomes a disadvantage to them. Because I'm going to giggle, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to have a good time, and you just going to talk and think you outsmarting people because you done outsmarted some of the people that have been around you for so long, and now you think you're going to come on Morse World TV and outsmart somebody, and we just going to sit there and watch you. I'm gonna chop up some words. I'm going to brutalize a couple sentences. I'm going to misspell some words when I put the post up, and you think you're going to come over here and promote your brand, and then you're going to ride off in the sunset. But it ain't going to happen. I'm going to sit back and like, man, this look like Donnie Brasco. Man, I'm be like, yeah. And this Donnie Brasco, and you just going to keep on talking until you tell on yourself. You're going to keep on telling. I'm going to tell you one thing. A lot of people that's in these I call them gun community organizations because there's so many different Black Power groups.
Yeah.
So I want to say salute to those who are really boots on the ground and trying to do something for our people. This is not for you. This is not for you. But the ones that are faking, you can tell who are faking, you know what I mean? Because they don't even look the part. They don't talk the part. They don't look the part. They sound rehearsed. You know what I mean? They don't talk the part. They don't look the part. They sound rehearsed. And I'm going to tell you this. If I was to have to be in a rumble with the authorities, I'm going to give it to you a buck. And I'm going to close like this, and I'm going to run real fast. I ain't looking for Crypto Muhammad to help me out.
Real.
I ain't looking for Crypto Muhammad to help me out at all. I ain't even looking for him to have me pinned down. I tell her, come help me. It might take it might take a little while to get there. I'm just playing. But in real talk, the way that Crypto Muhammad is loyal to a brother like Dr. Ali, when all the information was presented, there's no way that I can depend on somebody like that to help me in any situation. And I refuse to believe that it's a reasonable option for the liberation of our people if you are not able to shift from supporting and being loyal to someone who has proven to be not who they say they are. If you cannot make that shift, as I told Brother Akhenaten a few years ago, I say, brother, as we build this Moorish Science Temple of America, we might have to be able to change our way of thinking overnight because we are researching the Moorish Science Temple of America. And as the information comes that's been hidden from us, we may have to change and make the shift. And it's the same thing with people who are loyal to people that turns out to be not who they thought they were. You got to be able to make the shift. If you can't make the shift, it's a wrap. And for all those who are still watching, I hope you if you didn't see the beginning, go back and watch the beginning of the show where I pulled the receipts on myself. Don't let nobody tell you about Brother Tahaga Bey. I will tell you myself. I pulled the receipts on myself because guess what? Everybody's journey is a building block to get to that has gotten you where you're at. And where you're at now, there's a building block that's going to get you to where you need to go. So ain't nothing wrong with things that happened yesterday.
That's right.
Don't let
that was
nobody,
honorable, Gracie.
Don't let nobody use that against you. You know what I'm saying? Because none of it is true about me, what they talk about. But so it doesn't really bother me. But I want to make sure that you know that whether you are Moorish American proclaimed or not, I am your Grand Sheik. And being your Grand Sheik, that means that I am indebted to you and I owe you my best. And I expect the best from you. Period, point blank. You follow me?
That's right. Indeed. And that was just honorable and a good example for everyone that's in leadership. You know, and that was a good way to handle that too. Get it out the way, let everybody see it, and then you tell the story the way it's supposed to, not let anybody else, you know, control the narrative about your life. You know,
and you know the crazy thing about it? That happened so long ago. I can actually bring on the person that initiated it. And like I said, she probably cussed some of y'all out.
Yeah. And you know, I know that story. That's right. That's right.
She probably cut people out because she's still right there a little bit. But I think,
Hey, and her husband, that you went and defended, his wife. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
and not too many so really that backfired on her. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even go and do the investigation about, here's a brother that was willing to put his life on the line because you didn't know what you was going into, but you knew what you had to do in defending our sister, and ended up in jail. That's a worthy cause to go to
oh
jail
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah, John, Jesus, Martin, Malcolm, man, man, true freedom fighters have to meet that fate at some point in time. But I wasn't even a leader in the organization at that time. You know what I'm saying? I just did it all for GP, as we like to say. GP.
Right.
I did
Hey,
because it wasn't right.
right. And those are things we need to look for before you even came into leadership position. What was
Man,
your character? That's what
yeah,
we gotta look at.
my principle is if you call a woman a B, I ain't sitting there talking about it ain't my business. It
Right.
is my business. Now, I tell you what, I will keep it. I will give it to you $1 though, brother Akhenaten. When I hit that guy at Lowe's, and that's the thing. I got the police reports too. I hit the guy at Lowe's for calling the cash register lady a B. He was a Mexican and called her a B, and then he went in. But long story short, when he was talking so tough, and I ultimately hit him right because he walked up on me a little bit too close, and I ultimately hit him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, when I got up inside that little holding cell and I smelt that green paint and that pine saw, I said, man, I sure want to beat these people up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Man, that pine saw, they got a special smell in there. Anybody, press one if y'all smell the special smell. That's a special smell. They got the seaweed green paint and they got the mustard yellow paint. Ain't nobody been in no trouble before. Okay. Anyway, man, I sitting that demonstration like, man, I don't know, but I ain't sure about this. Man, but guess what? If it happened again, I would do my best to diffuse it. But if it comes to that point, I just got to do what I got to do because it seems like nobody want to stand in the defense of our sisters. I mean, now I ain't going to do nothing ignorant, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell them, but this sister, this is a working sister. She, I've been in and out of Lowe's at that point for the last 10 years. She was the sweetest person and she would correct any error that she made. I wasn't going to stand there and watch that sister be disrespected and humiliated in front of a whole store without saying something. But I tell you what, I smelled that funny pine saw and that seaweed green paint on the wall. I said, oh man. But guess what? If it came to it, I would do it again. It is what it is. But inshallah, I won't have to do it again because I learned my lesson. Seaweed green walls and pine saw is not a good experience, family. Pea and pine saw, it don't smell good. And a 5x7 seaweed green cell. Salute, AGS. Peace and love.
Salute. Let me just remind people to support the channel, Grand Sheik. You really put in this work. Look at it now. You're getting like my radio program. It's almost 1 o'clock. So support, family, the media that gives you an opportunity to know the truth. And that's what time it is. We have to support our own media. I was just reading something earlier today, Grand Sheik, about the Prophet Noble Jew Ali, encouraging us. And he, of course, started the media platform where we had our own newspaper. He said we need to tell our own, story, right? And this is the platform that you provided for our people as a whole. You address issues dealing with the Moors, real sensitive, issues that the Moors deal with, and you're dealing with our people because that's where the love is. And so we must continue to support the platform like this. Again, honors to you, salute to you for coming out and just letting people know, hey, here's the record. Go check me out. So I encourage people, again, go back so you won't have to ask this question. Anybody else come up again about the Grand Sheik. He put it all out there for you to see. And that gives a sense of confidence to people because you're transparent. And that's what we are about as Moorish American Muslims, having that kind of character. Because we want the trust of our people so we can move forward. Peace and love, Grand Sheik. Honors to everybody on the platform and all your guests. Keep letting the therapy happen, the healing happen, and we got to make sure that healing, Grand Sheik, that was a great idea, and we'll be ready here in the ATL, us ATLians, right, in Atlantis will be ready for creating a platform for the healing, all right?
Indeed. Salute, my brother. I want to also, in closing, I want to thank everybody who hit the Cash App. I really appreciate it. Like I said, it gives me the ability to spend more time here as opposed to I work for myself, so I can set my own schedule. So it gives me more time to spend here as opposed to out there. And so I want to thank everybody that hit the Cash App. Also, the Cash App also helps us to build our own platform. As I keep telling you, I do have that's in the works right now. And if you ain't hitting the Cash App, thanks for all of those who's hitting the super chat. Appreciate you, family. I definitely appreciate you. All of this stuff is going to go towards us building something greater and better for the future, because some of this information is going to be so sensitive that it's going to rub people the wrong way, because some people got sensitive skin. And this information is about to be so sensitive on this platform. We're going to have the backup, and the backup is going to be TaharkaBayLive.com. So with that being said, thank you, everybody. Sean, with that 6,000 bins, brother, I'm coming out where you live at, and you know what I mean, hang out with you and ride shotgun with you. Salute, family. I appreciate everybody. Again, if you don't do anything, at least share it once to one of your social medias so we can help help somebody not get caught up in this lifestyle that has hurt so many people. With that being said, and shout out to all the true freedom fighters, all the true gun clubs, all the true militiamen, and all the true people that is for the liberation of our people that are in gun communities. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love. That's right. And Sean say he got his L's, so we good to go. Again, shout out to all my gun people. That's right. You have a right to bear arms. Just be responsible. And when we call on you, be front and center, because this oppressor ain't playing. Peace and love.